just a second. Oh, wait. Ah, I forgot to mute myself. I'm an idiot. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and you, well, at least one of you, I'm only talking to the person who's going to be the recipient, if they're tuned in right now, of a 3D printer that Loyal Moses, who will be joining me on stream in just a moment, is going to be giving away to one of you. And in conjunction with that, David, D. Randolph 1976, Dr. Andolph himself, the doctor of Filament, is giving away a subscription box if you live in the USA or Canada. So it's going to be one giveaway drawing, potentially, or more.
The Midnight Smith just resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you for the resubscription.
Yay.
That is resubscribes or subscriptions are worth 2 candy corn. I'm going to do my best to keep track of the redemptions and everything tonight with the bits and the cheers and the subs and the gifted subs. So if I miss anything, it's because my attention is going to be spent talking to Loyal. Uh-oh, what's that?
Faceless cheered X100 and a Canadian candy box too.
Great, and a Canadian candy box. So, again, the giveaway for the 3D printer is for anybody in the world. All right, that's for anybody. And then, if you live in the US or Canada, you could also get a subscription box from Printed Solid tonight. The Canadian giveaway is USA and Canada
cheered X333.
Well. Loyal! You shouldn't be... Okay, that's 1.5. That's worth 1.5 candy corns. What now?
Sir Will 3D cheered X100.
Oh, man. All right, there you go, Will. By the way, Will, I replied to your I'm glad you said that I use a bot. As a creator, you should be set up with the bot specifically for Loyal's channel.
Duos Falcon just gifted 5 subs.
Duos! 5 subs, that's... Oh my god, that's 10? That's worth 10? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, 5 subs is worth... Yeah, 5 subs is worth 10. Because it's 2 for each sub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. Okay. So... I'm going to do my best to balance everything tonight. When I'm talking to Loyal, the bits and the cheers are still going to happen, but the Capagens and everything will be off the screen, so you may not see everything, and we're in the middle of a hype train now. Level 3. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I was not expecting this,
Faceless cheered X100.
But just
Canada
100.
Candy is international.
Is Canada...
Candy.
Is Canada Candy as bad as candy corn? Oh. Oh, man. Okay. Now, the... What? What? What am I... Come on!
Crafton just subscribed.
Thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. Putting the candy corn where my mouth is. Not a good prospect. Let me tell you.
No more 3 cheered X200. Candy, teat, teat.
Oh, yeah. Another candy corn. It's great. Oh, again? What? What is
Faye
it?
underscore lantern cheered X100.
100. Okay, that's a half a candy corn. Man, I'm not able to... Okay, what? What? Who?
Loyal Moses cheered X333.
333. That's 1.5. All right. Okay. That's one. I took the half that was on... What now? Okay, yes. Is that a follower? Thank you for following. We got a giveaway going. I haven't even had a chance to introduce you to the guest. Because we got this hype train happening.
Sir Will 3D cheered X200.
Will, what are you doing? Well, you know exactly what you're doing. Yes? Is that another follower? Thank you for the follow. We have now gone to a level 4. Okay, we're blasting.
Ian Douglas 736 just subscribed.
Thank you for the subscription. That's worth 2 candy corn. Uh-oh. I'm almost out of candy corn, people.
Kurt Grosser cheered X100. Why does every skeleton have a fence? People are dying to get in.
Oh, that's a good one.
Strednecki MC just gifted 5 subs.
5 subs? All right, that's worth 10 again. Oh, man. What? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sir Will 3D
5,
just gifted 5 subs.
8, 9, 10. Oh, God, Sir Will 3. Oh, okay, that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I get it right? Okay, that's 20 candy corn. Oh, no. I know that
Duos
sound.
Falcon cheered X1500. Finish IT.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna have a drink. I have there's a last bag. I have a candy corn.
Joe underscore Tosh G cheered X100.
Oh.
Candy corn is Chris's nightmare lol.
It is, and it's not funny. Oh, man. I haven't even had a chance to introduce Loyal yet. Poor guy. He's printing a clone army over there. All right. I may have to go out and get more candy corn before, well, tomorrow's Halloween. I don't know, maybe does the candy corn season stop at Halloween, or does it go through to Thanksgiving? By the way, thank you for getting us through a level 5 hype train. I'm giving popcorn to candy corn.
Clown cheered X200.
Oh.
Candy, corn, candy, corn, candy, corn.
All right, and I also have the Duos Falcon. Duos cheered 1500, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm bad at math. Oh, man. Oh, no!
Eclipse Empire cheered X2000.
Wow.
New bag of candy corn, eh?
Yeah, new bag. Well, at least it was a new bag, but all right. Yeah, that's worth 10 candy corn. I got to give points to everybody. Candy corn points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My hands are getting sticky. 6, 7.
Kurt Grosser cheered X
8, 9,
100.
10.
Did you hear about the vampire that had to go to the doctor? He was coughing.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, here's Eclipse Empires. Okay, I'll tell you that. Let me add points to all. 5 million candy corn to everybody. Ooh, I'm just gonna give you 50.
Dark Toil Lord cheered X 100. What is in a ghost's nose? Who cares?
Oh, that's a good one. All right, there's a total of 2, or a full one for the 100 and the 100. All right. So. My bloodstream is now 90% candy corn. I'm going to go to the doctor. The doctor's going to say, what the hell have you been doing? No, doc, you don't understand. It's for bits. Oh, it's for something, I tell you. Oh. Worst part about candy corn, not just the flavor, but when the candy corn aftertaste hits you, and then you get the candy corn saliva, like this, like thick, viscous goo in your mouth, like after you've had the candy, it's like the absolute worst. You're the best. All y'all are the best. Thank you. I appreciate the fun. Appreciate. Now I'm making up words. That's what happens. Candy corn goes to your brain. Directly to it. Just straight up. Oh, man. That water tastes like, no! What? Yes? Hello! Awesome!
X 100.
Thank you,
Why
Kurt.
don't witches ride their brooms when they're angry? They don't want to fly off the handle.
Oh. By the way, did you hear something? I think this room's haunted. Thought I heard something in the middle of that dad joke. Oh. It is what it is. Thank you for the hype train. Everyone got some candy corn. Not just me. Y'all did. Bonus candy corn. Appreciate all the support. Tonight, as I mentioned, we're giving away a 3D printer. I'm not really giving away a 3D printer. I'm just happy to be able to facilitate the giveaway of a 3D printer to this particular community, a greater community of people who love 3D printing, or maybe people who don't know anything about 3D printing. Happy to help people on their journey, even though I'm not as in depth with 3D printing stuff as other people are. And that's one of the reasons why I like tuning in to people who are doing things that I may not do all the time or full time, or necessarily have as much, let's say, investment in. This is something that, I got bit by the bug earlier this year. What? What did I miss? What? Okay, what? Hang on. Liz is texting me. Why? What did I do? What's going on? What? Oh, a freeze? I got to stretch, and I'm trying to introduce Loyal. Okay, fine. I'll freeze. Here we go. I got... Thank you.
Comma Cage Clothing just gifted 1 subs.
Yes. Dark Toy Lord, I appreciate that. That was great. There's a half a candy corn for that sound effect. All right, now for real, I'm going to introduce you. Already know, half y'all know Loyal. Y'all know Loyal. He's been participating in the stream. I feel a supporter of the stuff that I've done, and certainly stood out. So I was really happy when he started streaming on Twitch. We rated him a few times. It's really weird because I already know many of you know who Loyal is, because Loyal made himself known before he was streaming, which is amazing. So he's even on a journey, somewhat of a different journey with the stream. You should follow him, and the mods could easily do a Loyal Moses shot. I think he's got a custom command in the channel. We haven't done custom commands for everybody. And he's got a sticker. There you go. There, it's Bang Loyal. Yeah, Bang. Bang. Not my favorite punctuation. My favorite punctuation mark is the interrobang. It's partially bang. So I am going to introduce everybody, to a man who needs no introduction. This man right here, right, the holding on to the heart. with his hair. This is his natural hair. This is Loyal's natural hair right here. Don't know if you knew that. He actually wears a skull cap. His normal hair, he has to tuck it in like that. So it's true. It's very true. And without further ado, Loyal is here live. He's there live, but he's here now in the stream. Loyal, we should be able to hear you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me here.
We can hear you. But you didn't have to really go anywhere. Do you ever leave that room? I mean, is everything else, when you go out, is that like a green screen? Like,
yeah, I take it with me. Yeah, I'm in the bathroom right now.
Okay. Well, do you need privacy?
Couple minutes.
Just a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you can make it quick. So first of all, thank you for joining again. Hopefully, because we did this a few weeks ago, and had some audio glitches, but in testing, it seems like everything's good. Everyone can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
And everybody, Loyal, everybody. If you're not following Loyal, you should be, because he's very interactive with chat, and I love people who interact with chat, because I like interacting with chat if and when I'm not consuming candy corn. Loyal, don't. I know you love candy corn.
No, that was fantastic to see that happen right off the get-go. And for everyone here, I'm looking at Chris from a different camera angle, right? So I'm used to looking at Chris like you all head on. So I'm seeing Chris from the side, and I'm watching him perform to the camera to all of you, and I'm dying over here. Seeing him look over and pick up that candy corn. Oh,
you're dying.
Awesome.
What do you think I am? I've consumed my weight in candy corn every day. Every single day. I've had so much.
I told Chris before we even started, though, I actually like candy corn, but Chris has eaten more candy corn in the last couple of weeks than I've eaten in my life.
Dude, I've eaten more in my life, like in the past couple of weeks, than It was just kind of on a lark. I'm like, well, let me see. I got to make it fun, right? Because I hate it, and let's face it. We did a poll. We did a poll on Twitter, and it's official. Most people think it belongs at the top. Okay, so to be fair, Loyal, I'm going to do another poll right now on Twitch. Candy corn. It is good or evil, right? The forces of good and evil, right? Good and bad. All right, so here we go. Here's the poll. The poll has started now. So take advantage.
Can we buy votes?
You can buy votes. I make it. It is rigged. It's always going to be rigged. But it looks like evil is taking the lead. Good is catching up. This is neck and neck. Boy, I tell you, I'm kind of I'm a little blown away. I'm surprised. I thought more people would be against it. It's just, and let me tell you, nothing will turn you sour or more sour on a candy than if you just eat it incessantly. Like, it's bad to begin with, but it gets even worse.
I think I just spent like $30 or $40 on voting good, and I'm still losing.
Oh, really?
That's bad. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit while I had before I spend a couple $100.
I'm telling you, it's gonna the bad is it belongs either in your mouth or at the top of the trash heap. Black licorice is interesting. I was doing
10 more bucks.
Oh God, no! Now it's neck and neck. The poll is neck and neck.
Oh, come on. Come on, good.
No, it's not. And you only have, what is it, a 5-minute poll, I think? That's funny.
It's fantastic.
It's weird how people have these extreme reactions to candy, whether it's candy corn or circus peanuts are another nasty candy, butterscotch candies, the hard candies, Peeps. For some reason, like these, either you love them or you hate them. Like, you're never ambivalent. No. Like, it's just one or the other.
I think you had to grow up with them. So I grew up in a house. My mother liked circus peanuts and candy corn. So they were just in the house.
No, I couldn't.
And butterscotch.
No. Only if butterscotch only. Yes, of course it's opinions, Liz. Yes, it's opinions. We're not. Obviously, it actually has been proven. Scientific fact. Candy corns are they have no reason to exist at all, and yet they keep getting sold because people like Loyal keep buying them.
Oh, that's a fruitcake at Christmas. That's not candy corn's not at fruitcake level yet.
No, I wouldn't say. I've had fruitcake before. It's okay. Just depends, I guess.
No one likes fruitcake, Chris.
Really?
Do a poll.
I always, that's my problem.
Get a Christmas poll.
I always get, I always do the wrong thing, and then I find out, oh, I'm not supposed to like that. Oops. My bad.
Everyone at your local Fred Meyer's thinks you're a candy corn lover.
They kind of do.
You're buying these.
They kind of do. Some of them know me. I mean, they don't know me for Star Wars stuff, but I see them, because I go every day. I look for, like fruits and veggies that are on sale, like the closeouts. It's a way to save a lot of money on groceries. Okay, so we got the candy corn poll going. Good is ahead, Loyal. You've got.
Well, good will win. Good will always triumph.
Good. Okay. Now, apparently, here on Twitch, good is going to triumph over evil. On Twitter, it didn't happen. So
Twitter's a bad place.
Which is more scientific? Is it Twitch or Twitter? Which is more scientific? I don't know.
We're obviously seeing that Twitch is.
Clearly. I mean, I can see
Scorpion Kingdom.
The numbers don't lie. Thank you, Scorpion Kingdom, for the 1 month tier 1 sub. And by the way, shout outs to all the new followers here. Thank you, Sir Will, for the 100 bits. If I missed the bits as I'm talking to Loyal, I apologize. It's worth half a candy corn. Don't think I'll forget. Good is still edging out. We got about a minute or two left.
You can do it good. You can do it.
You think so? You think you're going to pull this off, Loyal? You've got your cachet. You've got the weight behind you.
Actually, I'm out of bits. I just clicked it again. It says, sorry, you need 166 more. So I'm like, boom.
Well, you might get it, because I think everyone's pretty much pulled. Oh, Cisner Tech cheering 200 bits. It's worth a candy corn. Cisner Tech made me eat my weight in candy corn the other night, too. The problem is, just once I wash that taste out of my mouth, the flavor, and then someone does that again, it comes right back. So, Loyal, as I'm talking to you, if you see me eating candy corn, that's not me nervously eating. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not just going, talking to Loyal, I'm just going to eat candy corn so he feels at home. No. That ain't it at all. I feel at home,
All right.
Loyal.
Well, see, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna hydrate. Everyone knows what I'm gonna hydrate with.
Nose. It's pronounced nose. N-O-S. What? Yeah, that's... No, it is...
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Sis Nerd Tech. It's nose. Evil! The bad has triumphed over good.
People.
Sorry. It's just... Candy corn. Not good. Not
okay, well,
good.
I'm gonna drink some NOS to feel better.
It's nose. No, look. It says N-O-S. And, like... With the, the long O is a line over it, N-O-S, versus a short O, which would be kind of a curl at the top of the O. It's N-O-S with the long vowel sound over it, so it's nose.
I don't drink nose. I don't drink nose.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here we go. Ready? See?
Here's Loyal doing ASMR. I was not expecting that. This is an ASMR stream. That's great. Dues, thank you for the 500 bits. That's 2.5 candy corn, and then Loyal has to chug 2 cans of NOS. I'm making that up, Loyal. You don't have to do that. Oh, God.
We'll both be dead.
Let me tell you.
Tripod.
Try it with the candy corn. That's right. Thank you, Tripod's Garage, not just for following, but supporting for the 5 gifted subs. This 5 candy corn. Cisner Tech. The 200,
thank you for killing, thank you for killing Chris Perillo.
Oh, my God, dude. This was not all meant to be consumed in one sitting.
Your doctor cannot approve of this.
My doctor definitely does not approve of it. All right. Cisner Tech, thank you for the additional 100. Loyal, you are building a clone army. Like, I love it. I love that you're printing these helmets. I've never printed a helmet before, but that clone helmet specifically, Phase 2, is my favorite clone. Easily. Just watching watching you do it makes me wonder.
Okay, I'm gonna have to come clean to everyone. I like Star Wars, but I don't know all of the details of Star Wars, right? So I just enjoy it and I like it, but
It's okay. I mean,
So yeah, so check that out. So that's a life size, like I mean
Wow.
wearable, right?
yeah,
And this was 132 hours.
that was the first one.
This is the first one. So 132 hours, and this is done on a Raise 3D Pro 2. But get this. So check this out. So just set that right here. Now I haven't
love it.
taken this out of the printer, so I kind of wanted you guys to see that, right? So check
Nice.
this out.
World premiere here.
Yeah, the world premieres. I pulled this out of the printer here. Yep. So this one
Oh.
was printed in about 92 hours.
Oh, what'd you do different? Just supports?
So I reduced the supports on the inside underside of the dome, and then reduce some supports throughout. But I have another one that I'm going to start here shortly, and I'm going to a 0.8 nozzle. So I'm doubling the nozzle width. So this is done with 2 perimeters with a 0.4 nozzle. So that would be a wall thickness of 0.8. So switching to a 0.8 nozzle, I can do a single pass on the perimeter and still lay down that thick wall. And I'm still be able to do it with the same quality. So believe it or not, the slicer's telling me I have it under 48 hours.
Wow. See that,
So-
I tell you, that's the thing that would drive me to a bigger printer is probably doing that. I just don't have room. I mean, I have room. I can make room, but the helmet stuff, when I saw you put on that clone helmet the other night, I was like, wow, that is pretty darn cool, dude.
That was the first helmet I printed. This guy right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Wow. No, it's at a distance, man. It looks perfect. And that, like I said, there's Phase 1 and Phase 2 clones from the Clone Wars era. And Phase 2 you would have seen come up right around Revenge of the Sith. That was kind of the time frame where you saw that particular design of the helmet. And so those I just like the design of that particular clone trooper over the Phase 1 clone trooper, which was, I mean, it's a different design. How I don't know if I could explain it. But you picked, in my humble opinion, the best clone trooper helmet to print. The best.
Okay, so let me ask you this: how old is the Phase 2 design versus Phase 1? What's the time difference?
Not by much. Like just a year or two. Like it was yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like a major leap at all. So it was surprising to see you print it. Now you kind of have to go watch the Clone Wars.
I do because I have no clue. And then I downloaded one yesterday to play with it, but it had a slightly different design, but the model was 3 years old.
Oh.
So is that gonna be a Phase 1?
I don't.
Or what would that be?
It could have been. Well, that could have been contingent on when it was designed. Phase 1 was released in Attack of the Clones era, and then Revenge of the Sith era, Phase 2 came along for the Clone Trooper helmets.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I don't know when it was.
I wanted to see if I could pull it off this plate.
Go for
You want
it.
to see it come off this plate?
Yeah, and let me thank Sis Nerd Tech for giving out that community sub gift. Go ahead, go for it. Pull, 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 pull. Yay!
Oh, I haven't looked at the inside yet, so not having the supports on the inside, I wanted to look at that real quick. Hold it up to the camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely.
You know, I mean, these printers are fantastic. You know what I mean? I mean, the technology now that we can have here in home and in offices is incredible. So as I suspected, there's a little bit of stringing in the very top. I don't know what kind of light I have. There you go.
Yeah. But still, that's not. I mean, jeez. It's more than what I could do.
Okay. No, I think that's completely acceptable to shave 40 some hours off. And then here's what this one looked like. Oh,
that's clean.
Hold on.
That's very clean.
Yeah.
Probably due to the amount of supports that were in it.
Yeah, but it was literally over a half a spool of support in the center.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so that's fantastic. So this is what it looks like, and I said, you know, I love it that you just hit a button, and a couple days later,
That's wild, dude.
you have that.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
but
I love
the later lines, I mean, they look fantastic, doesn't it? Look at that.
No, it looks so shiny. What filament did you use?
This is Polymaker Polylight.
See, that's
PLA.
Yeah, I have not done Polymaker yet. I've got
And so one of the benefits of this is I could have gone with a lower layer height and made it, you know, almost the layer lines almost invisible, right? But I think well, one of these Shockwave one, this is his. This one, I haven't decided where this is going to go, but I might finish this. Sith Lord Brit, she's here in chat.
Ah, yeah.
So we should give a shout out to her, but she offered to give me some guidance on how to finish these.
Right, because Sith Lord Brit, another creator, does cosplaying stuff, so she'd be a good person to talk to for sure.
And then I'm going to give a couple more of them away.
Wow.
Because I think that, so having a printer like this, we only use this Pro 2. We use it for R&D. So I print things like nylons and polycarbonates and things like that in it. But I'm not always doing R&D, right? And so I thought, hey, well, I mean, if it's just sitting there's no reason why you can't load it up and have it making helmets.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty smart. And that I wish I wasn't the only person in this house that was doing 3D printer stuff, because it'd be a lot easier, because I have to think through, I have to manage it, I have to get it done, because I don't think I could do a helmet on the Mini. It'd be way too small.
You could in pieces, but you'd have to glue it and finish it.
Yeah, I'm a big, print one and done. I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, I think I don't know. If you're interested in one, I think I could print you one. But I don't know. It's not going to be as nice and shiny as the nice finished ones you have. You know what I mean?
Honestly, when it comes to 3D printing, I know people kind of finish things off, and get it perfectly polished. But a lot of the stuff that I've done, and I just feel that's my groove, is just print it and be done with it, or trinkety, or knowing that it's 3D printed and it doesn't have to be perfect, and then having it in a collection is just. That's what's fun, is that it was printed, that's the way it was, it doesn't look like a perfectly polished object, for me. And so, Jedi likes playing with the stuff, and she'll often put on the helmet. So, a lot of that stuff, a lot of the helmets that I find, usually thrifting, she'll throw them on.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. So, and when it comes to 3D printing, I'm a proponent of embracing the layer lines.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's part, I don't think that we need to emulate or simulate injection molding.
Well, I go for smooth prints for sure, but it doesn't throw me off. When I see an object and it looks like it has been 3D printed, it just doesn't. I mean, I look at it, I'm like, no, it's pretty cool. It was an object that I didn't have before, and man, it looks awesome. So yeah, I've never driven for perfection the way I think others have, but that's, I think, the most interesting thing. Much like the Star Wars fandom, the 3D printing fandom, if you will. Everyone's looking for something different. Everyone's doing something different. So it's always amazing to see what people do. Now, speaking of different, it's not really different. I want to talk before too long, and certainly before the giveaway, of the Prusa Mini Plus that you are so, awesomely basically providing. You're doing something this Christmas season for families, assumedly all around the world, that is pretty cool. Really freaking cool. So could you tell us about, if people weren't already aware, what this happens to be, and then I think we'll get a link there in chat so people can check it out.
Oh, wonderful. No, thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it. So you kind of mentioned it earlier. You said Loyal kind of made a name for himself before streaming, right? So I have a tendency when I bought 3D printers to print for a business. But I find them so fascinating that much like you, Chris, right? So an entrepreneur becomes almost obsessive about something, and you go to bed thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it. It consumes you, and so the ranch does that. All these different things do it. So the 3D printers did that to me, and but when I was sitting there, working with them and printing products for the business, I sat there and I thought, I want to share this with people. I want others to have this same excitement and same joy. And I thought, well, what's a way that I could do that? You know what I mean? I could throw a Prusa Mini in the truck and drive around, go town to town, showing people 3D printers, right? But I thought, the truth is, everyone likes gifts. Everyone likes getting gifts, right? So these 3D printers, when you have a farm of them, I saw that Repcorder, Alan's here, and he has a farm, right? You can throw STLs on all these printers, and they're printing in parallel. And it reduces the print time effectively, right? So over a certain hour period of time, you have a bunch of parts. Well, anyway, we did our first one last year. We did a Halloween one, then we did a Christmas one, we did a Valentine's Day one, and then we did a what's after Valentine's Day? Easter, right? we did Easter, and it was absolutely amazing. We've done 5 giveaways now. We've shipped out thousands upon thousands of free gifts all over the world, and we included little cards with them, and we instructed people to go here and they can learn about 3D printing, and they could hold something in their hand that was 3D printed. And the whole idea was that just, one, to put smiles on people's faces, and 2, let people hold something that was 3D printed. Let their minds, expand. And so this year, and I appreciate the opportunity here, roundabout, as we come into Christmas, I didn't want to do the same thing again. I mean, it would be fantastic, but I thought, we could twist things just a little bit, and we could print toys, and we could give them to families and children who might not otherwise have toys for the upcoming holiday. So I reached out to the community here and asked to say, hey, is there a way that you guys would be willing to participate, design some models specifically for the giveaway, models that are safe for children, they won't break, the swallowing or cutting, but make them safe. And we're going to skip all the middlemen. We're going to go straight from 3D printers right to families. So let me throw that up there on the screen. So these are some of the designs that we kind of have here. And Fix 'em Dude, right?
Fix 'em Dude.
Yeah, Fix 'em Dude. I don't know, is Fix 'em Dude here in chat?
I'm not. The chat has been flying. I don't even know who's here.
Yeah, I have it dead set in front of me, and I'm really good at normally picking out colors, but there's so many people here, all the colors are taken, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So Fix 'em Dude, that tractor that's up in front there, Fix 'em Dude actually, he designed, go ahead.
He is here, sorry.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, Fix 'em Dude. Yeah, so we'll give Fix 'em Dude a shout out. So let me grab that tractor here.
Oh, I thought that was a photo. Okay.
No. And so, so this is the little tractor design that Fix 'em Dude made. And it's designed to be printed without supports, so it prints on its side, like this. Okay? And symmetrical, I'm sorry. And lays sideways, prints this way. And it's safe, it's rugged, it's heavy. I broke his other toys on stream live, broke his heart, but he made some changes to it, and so we've been able to make these toys with the help of all these designers, and they're now all of them, before this weekend is over, all the STLs will be available to be downloaded. Some of them are on the Shop BMR website right now that you can download the STLs and start printing for our print drive, and we're calling it the Christmas Community Print Drive. I didn't want to use Toy Drive. I thought, no, we're 3D printing them. We'll call it a print drive. So what we have there is we have an airplane that Fix 'em Dude did. We have the tractor, the red truck that Fix 'em Dude did, and Fix 'em Dude even did that combine. Fantastic.
Wow.
Builder's Mark is here. Right,
oh yeah, I love his models.
So Builder's Mark, he did the house there for us. Right. We have the pig and a chicken that was done by the 3D printing professor.
Oh, love it.
We have James Wood did the blue truck in the back, and Justin 3D. Justin is infamous. He changed his name in the middle of a giveaway and then won.
What?
So we didn't believe him. He's like, no, I swear that was me. And we're like, yeah, sure, buddy, right? But he honestly did. It was great. So Justin 3D is here, and he designed that barn. And let me brag about this barn for a second, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, the red barn. That barn. Look at the finish on that barn.
Whoa. What filament's that? Do you remember?
This is poly. This is either Polylite or Polyterra, PLA, by Polymaker. But the Ultistick sheet on there is what gave that finish. But his design with the vertical slats.
Yeah, that's great.
This is the best part. You'll enjoy this. Imagine you're on live stream, right?
Yeah.
And someone's critiquing you, right, in front of all these people.
Happens all the time.
Justin comes into chat, sends me his design, and I look at it live in front of, I don't know, there may have been 60, 70, 80 people there, and we're all critiquing his design. You know what that takes? That's tough.
Yeah.
And so, but amazing guy, rounded the edges, fixed the corners, made things thick, took everyone's suggestions, and now he produced this awesome little toy that we're going to include, obviously, with all of the giveaway, all the gifts.
So you've used Ultistick. They sent a plate to me, or whatever, the multi stick thing, and I could never get it to stick. Like, you know, I don't know what it was. Like, what
Obviously,
I was doing wrong. Yeah, it was likely me, because nothing would ever stick.
You're not alone. So for me, all of my printers, I've never had a problem. Matter of fact, the adhesions in pens, when we set these Prusa Minis up to punch parts off, and when they punch off, they snap off. I mean, they come flying off. But it's interesting. I have had some people, because I'm a big promoter of like Ultistick, right? I've had people contact me and say, I need to try it again because mine just would not work. And so my advice, reach out to Ultistick and ask them. It's quite possible that in the manufacturing process, something with that particular one went wrong. I don't know. Well, because I just, it's so perfect. I'm like, how would it not stay? You know,
I've had recommendations before, and I know people in chat have said this, but Zenbender had mentioned, and Hollywood N3D I think did as well, wash it with Dawn dish soap and then use it. And so maybe trying it with dish soap might help, because I'm interested.
Maybe there's some type of a grease on it or something.
Yeah, because I want to use it, because you mentioned it, because I like the idea of that texture, but I wanted to make sure I asked, because you said you used it for the texture on that plate, just to see if you had the similar kind of issues that I did.
No, yeah, no, they're fantastic. I really like them. But yeah, so if there's an issue there, we definitely want Ultistick or Filament One to address that. I do know that I had some parts that came off really shiny. Right, so I mean, I have all these printers lined up, and I'm running Ultistick sheets, and they all, for the most part, the finish is all the same, except I pick up one, and the bottom is like a mirror, shiny. And I thought, how is that? So anyway, I was told by Filament One that that's during the manufacturing process that there might be too much powder on it, and so I went, oh, so okay, these are hand done, but I'm guessing, and it's quite possible that maybe the one that you received, there's something not right.
Yeah.
And they should fix that. They should make that work for you.
I'm interested, because a lot of the stuff that I do, I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, you probably use small things, but I print a lot of stuff that I often have to use a brim for, and then it's just the tediousness. And so I was told use Ultistick, and I'm like, well, but it didn't adhere.
Oh, it didn't solve your problem. I understand. No, there's no way.
So.
There's no way. We manufacture thousands of pieces. There's no way I'm going to sit there, or the family's going to sit there and burr and clean up. We have no post-processing. They come off the printer, right? And literally they'll go into retail bags while they're still warm.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we don't have time.
Well, okay, so when you talk about your printing stuff, I mean, just go ahead and you're welcome to tell people what you do.
Oh, sure.
I mean, beyond the giveaway stuff, beyond being on Twitch and being supportive of creators, Loyal, you actually do things that don't involve us.
That don't involve you guys. I know. Yep, I don't revolve around you.
No.
My first 3D printer was this guy, and that's a Race 3D Pro 2, and I got him a little over a year ago, year and a couple months, and it was the first 3D printer I'd ever seen and touched. And you know, I mean, it was first time I'd ever seen one, and touched it and held it and smelled it, and I loved it. And but I bought it for manufacturing for some ideas that I had for products for a sporting goods business that I own. And I own several companies, and one of them is a sporting goods company. And some of the products that we develop, these ideas that I had, I thought that can be done in polymer. And we looked at going to China, and I looked at injection molding machines, but the costs were not what I wanted. I looked at 3D printers years ago, just wasn't happening. The technology wasn't there. Filaments weren't there. So now I revisited it, and I thought, you know what, we can do this. The technology's here. And so, we run about 15 printers right now, going most of the time. Then we have a building here on the ranch that we're building out, and that will be a print farm in that building, and we'll run about 50 machines in that.
Wow. You see, I mean, I gotta say, that's inspirational, because I love that kind of idea. I don't know if I could ever come up with something to do in the same vein. I know Buana is like selling the bus and everything on Etsy, and that's interesting to me. But like, if I were to do something like that, I'd be like, I would want to try to create my own thing that people would buy, and I don't know what that thing would necessarily be. that people would want. And so I think that's fascinating and really inspirational.
Well, so yeah, so a lot. So I know everyone here in chat that has a 3D printer. Almost every single person. Well, okay, so the 3D printing community is interesting because it's we're all similar minded, right? And that's kind of what brings us together in this community. But I would wager that a good majority of the people in this chat would love to be able to use their 3D printer and make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can be done. And I've talked about it a little bit, and I have some streams, coming up here on my schedule where we're going to go into more depth and detail on how you can do that and how you can turn your 3D printing hobby into a money-making machine. But a lot of it comes down to really, you have to find the idea.
Yeah.
But my advice to everyone is don't sit doing nothing, staring at the wall trying to come up with an idea. That's not going to happen. The idea is going to come at the weirdest time. And when it does come, you need to have the tool already there. You need to have the experience, the knowledge with the slicer, the printer, the filaments to allow it to manifest. And so play with your 3D printers. Print the toys, print the fun things, learn the tools, learn the slicers, learn the CAD software. Because when that product idea happens, you can do it.
That's, I remember years ago, and I know these have been invented and created. I remember thinking, and had it happened at the time where I might have, been tinkering with 3D printing as I do now, and I'm not even that much of a tinkerer, I probably would have designed something. But I remember thinking, like, this is when plastic bags were all the rage. This was probably a decade or so ago. And they always cut into your hands. And I was like, wouldn't it be great to have this, like, plastic that you could cup and then place the bag straps over it and then carry that, so instead of it digging in, it's but this is before 3D printing was a thing. Like, and I remember thinking, how would I get that prototyped? How would I get that manufactured? So, I mean, I have, and I'm more than confident that product exists today, or that model likely exists today. But, I've had those types of, I'm not going to say epiphanies, but like the idea, but no ability to execute. And it's not so much the idea, it's also your execution.
Oh no, I'm sure someone in chat will probably say, "Oh, that thing's on Prusa printers, or it's on things,"
Right.
And all those things are there. So back when I built the home and I built the ranch and I've done all that stuff. And back when I was literally carrying drywall into the house, and carrying these sheets of drywall, and it was tearing my hands up.
Yeah.
Because I was doing it all. And I sat there thinking, man, somebody should invent something that can, grip drywall. Well, the next time I was down at Home Depot, I look over and sure enough, there's this injection molded plastic handle and I'm like, oh, and it saved my hands,
Yeah, well,
so those are there.
And RC Maniac says that back handle exists. I'm like, I figured it does now, but okay. I mean, this was like so long ago. But it's like the simplest things. Like my parents' RV, they like doing RV stuff, and they mentioned they've got a part for their refrigerator that keeps it from moving or opening when they're driving, and that was 3D printed. It was 3D modeled specifically. So they bought it, and the guy has a business that just he modeled it specifically for people who do what they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so, I mean, I know those things, those types of RC Maniac linked off to a shopping bag handle on Thingiverse.
Oh, there's a link.
Yeah,
right.
I mean that's exactly
so much for that million dollar idea.
I already knew. Like, I'm like, it's too much time has gone on. I'm like, this is just too easy. It's too low hanging fruit, right?
But here's the thing, though. You do that idea right there. That's just one of a million ideas that you'll have. And the thing is that you have the tools. And for people who are interested, other people just want to print other people's models. That's fine. Other people just want to. I don't know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else that people do with the 3D printer. I don't know what else they do with them, but they stare at them.
I feel the same way. I mean, like, to your point, don't just do nothing, do something, because it's going to push you that much further along, whatever that path happens to be. Just don't do nothing.
Yeah. Well, look at Patrick, right? So you my friend Patrick. So Patrick, I guess I don't want to give out too much info, but I've known Patrick for a long time, back when he was a teenager, and
wow.
He was a ranch hand up here for a couple years,
Oh.
and so I've known Patrick for a long time, and he's a really good guy, and he had seen all the 3D printers, and he'd seen it, and I'd talked to him, and it really wasn't until he saw something online not too long ago that sparked an interest in it, and then he came to me and he said, "Hey, is there how do I go about getting one? Which brand? What kind?" And I thought, and he actually was. He didn't just say, "Hey, I want to print this." He says, "I want to learn everything about 3D printers." And so I went, well, then I have a way for you to learn everything about 3D printers. And I have this Creality. I've never used them, never used a Creality machine, but I have a Creality Ender 3 V2, that's the right one, sitting in a box here. I accidentally ordered it, and I have it here, and I've never used one. And I said, well, here, take it home and learn. And he did. I was impressed. He went home, he pulled it apart, he chatting with everyone, learning. He got it working, got it printing. And now he has a Prusa Mini sitting there, but it was great. It was fantastic was to see him play with that Creality, that Ender 3, and all of the issues and the problems. That's fine. You have to learn. So he learned and he got it working, and he had to learn through that. And then versus he put the Mini up on the desk,
and
he
it
put
worked.
the filament in, and he hit play.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the little play button, and he goes print, and he's like, what? And he's like, it levels the bed and it just starts printing and it's perfect, and and I'm like,
yeah,
I know,
yeah, that's exactly, I got spoiled. I know I did with the Prusa Mini, the one that you're giving. So what? Okay, I gotta ask. It's amazing. I mean, I'm serious. I've told you this before. I've said it publicly. I've said it privately. You've changed lives. You've been very supportive with other creators on Twitch, and not just people that are into 3D printing, and I love that. I love that you're that involved with the community aspect of what you're doing. And this is even before you were streaming. You've been very generous with your time, your bits, your attention, but you're doing a lot of giveaways. I'm like, why? I figured you'd be able to kind of go through your thought process, because I do giveaways too, but just not very, very rarely. I'm thinking about doing more, but why do you do giveaways? Why so prolific?
I've always thought that that people can use an extra hand. They can use an extra opportunity. The potential is there in almost everyone, and sometimes in life there's hurdles. And in those hurdles can stop people from progressing and moving forward and changing their own lives. And so, if I have the opportunity, the capability, like I like to give. It selfish, right? So I feel good when I do it. It makes me happy.
That's not.
So
I wouldn't say
that's my selfish reason.
Yeah, I don't think it's selfish, but. Go ahead.
Well, I get some joy out of it in myself. So, but when I give, I really like to solve problems, or I like to give people an opportunity. So 3D printers, because I know that those can literally change lives. They people that are a little bit maybe closed up at home and a little bit more antisocial. You can invite people into the community, and they're participating in 3D printing. Well, Chris, I'll be honest. I think 3D printing changed your life.
Yeah. Oh, easily. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and not in the same, and I wouldn't say as dramatic as Buana or Hollywood in 3D or anything like that, but I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, but it did. Your whole world changed as far as Twitch goes, and it added a level of interest and technology, and look at the impact that you're having with it, right? So, giveaways for me. I feel like if I can remove a hurdle, or if I can help remove a hurdle, get it out of someone's way and allow them to progress and advance, then I think that's a fantastic thing. And that can be done with 3D printers. It can be done with bits. Not many people know this, and I'm not tooting my own horn at all, but it is a story that I absolutely fantastically love. Everyone here knows I like Kobe Lax, right here on Twitch, and I love to go over and hang out and listen to their music. They're a wonderful family-friendly music stream, and but back in the early spring, there were some visual glitches and a couple little things, and I know that I was watching Koi. Koi and Bambi are the two DJs there, and you could see he was frustrated that he wanted to do more and just couldn't. And so I offered, said, hey, could I get you a machine for doing streaming, a PC for that? And I don't know what it takes to stream, right? Well, I didn't, right?
Right.
So I said, and he said, well, Loyal, this is what these machines have, and this is what they run, and this is what they are. And I said, I will gladly do that. And there's no obligation. I will just send that to you if that can help you. And he very humbly accepted that. And so now look at their streams. And I got a wonderful feeling inside when he messaged me and he said, Loyal, he said, we've had these dreams of turning Kobilax into a production with the visuals and the audio. And he says, but we just couldn't get there because we didn't have the technology. And I love, it makes me feel so good that I can go here. And I can go, and I can step away and I don't have anything to do with it. I can just say, here's the tool, and it can change their life.
It does.
You know? And I think that's why I really like to do giveaways, you know.
And it makes sense. That's, you know, it's something that I vacillated on, like back and forth, wondering, I mean, as much as I like doing the giveaways, and really I encourage it, knowing full well that I want to do it, and I want to basically reward, not, how do I say this? I want to reward the people who support me and who are there for me, not for giveaways. Like, everyone gets excited, right? For a good reason, right? You know, they're but like I definitely like your approach of, and it's one of the reasons, because it's your approach is with Kobe has been direct, right? Or was direct in that context. In the past, I've always preferred to, when it comes to like donations or helping others, having that personal connection, or at least knowing who I'm giving it to, rather than dropping off at like at a generic food bank, or like, you know, generic, you know, a Toys for Tots or whatever, knowing who I'm handing it to. And I mean, that, because I know it's going somewhere and I know where it's going, and they know, and that I became a part of their story. That's one of the reasons why I've done things in a similar capacity that you have. For the
and I think that's neat. It's it's that personal connection. And
right.
I feel very much the same way. I like to feel that. But interesting enough, my view changed a little bit on that this last year. That we have a food bank out here. Do you know where Waterville, Washington is?
No, I'll admit it. No.
Okay, so it's east of me, a little tiny farming town at the base of the mountain over here, and they have a food bank there. And it is not a big food bank. It is a very small food bank. It is the size of one of those little portable buildings that you might rent and put in your front yard or in your driveway. And that food bank there in Waterville, that will absolutely break your heart when you drive by that food bank and you see the people standing there waiting for the food bank to open. Now, that's not a big food bank, but it is a small one. And we have plans to go over there. And that's almost going to be a personal thing, because those people live in that small community, and that would mean a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, but I agree. I love to give to solve a problem. That's what I like to do.
It was no, and I'm not suggesting that it isn't a good option, because it is, and we've definitely done both. Like, there are times that it's easier to drop off a bag of groceries where they can be distributed. We ended up doing something when COVID hit, right, and shutdown happened. There were a lot of questions, and we knew some families that were having a difficult time. And what Diana did for a little while, we haven't done it, you know, since then, but we did something called gleaning. And gleaning, are you familiar with gleaning?
No.
Okay. It's where you can pick up food for free that would otherwise be thrown away. And this is like viable food, sometimes fresh food, sometimes canned food. Otherwise, would just it would be done. It'd be gone. And anybody, you know, when COVID hit, anybody at any economic level, you don't have to be, you know, at a certain level or another. But Diana went out on other families' behalfs, and we collected the food that would otherwise be thrown away, and then redistributed it through families. So it's gleaning. You might, you know, if you Google it, there may even be gleaning stuff in your area where there's ag that, you know, it's just overage. Like, this food is literally going to go to trash if it doesn't get picked up and eaten.
Fantastic! I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it's a big movement called gleaning.
Okay, I will look that up. That's interesting.
Yep.
Well, what a fantastic thing to do, instead of letting it go into the trash.
Yeah.
and you can take it to people who need it that don't know about that.
And that's the thing, is like they don't know about it, and it's not that they're, uh, they just don't. It's not an option that necessarily gets advertised. But there's like Facebook groups and all sorts of groups and support groups for gleaning.
Well, let's see. So I know Sir Will is here, and I know Sir Will has the links to the Shop BMR website with the link to the giveaway for Christmas.
Yeah.
I would invite. So we're asking people. There's three ways that we're asking the community to participate, and one is models, right? So we need people that have the talent to design the toys. I mean, and that's not an easy thing to do. And so we've had some wonderful designers, like I said. So like I said, the fence Builders Mark did the fence.
I love
did the house.
fences. Yeah.
I actually like the fences. The fences they're awesome. They look great. They actually, some of our ranch fence looks just like it. So what if Will could drop the link in there? Oh, thank you so much, Will. We're asking people if they can design children's safe toys. If you could read that whole page, and then on that page there's a opportunity to click there to look at the STLs and to read that whole page if you want to print and participate. So we're asking the whole community to say, hey, we want you to print toys. Our family is going to handle the logistics of taking the orders in for the gifts. We're going to handle quality control, packaging them up, and getting them shipped in the hands of people, and not just in the United States. We're shipping these worldwide. Dang. And so, and which obviously now people will say, well, there's a cost to that, right? So I've taken care of the costs on all the previous ones, but this one I thought, let's see if the community would be willing to participate a little. So there's even a link in there on that website if you'd like to provide any monetary support for our community print drive as well. So we invite everyone this Christmas season. We're going to use our 3D printers to print toys and put smiles on people's faces. And those are the three ways that people can participate.
Those are good options. I have a Vader time loyal. Hang on.
Oh, let's see. Let me watch from this angle. I get to watch the performance.
Loyal Moses is my father. Sorry, that came in about 10 minutes ago or so. I'm like, I was waiting.
Thanks whoever gave the Vader time.
Yes, that was Stephen Poole. I think you know Steven.
Oh, Steven.
You know Steven.
I like Steven. Steven's in my in the stream all the time and on Twitter. Steven's a good guy.
Yeah, it's funny. I see the same handles, same people. I'm like, okay, I get to know them. Like, they hang out in the Lego streams, or they hang out in the 3D printing streams. And I wish, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I was just gonna mention the circles, but go ahead.
Right. Well, there are people who 3D print on Twitch, but not everyone is as interactive as I want them to be. And so I've kind of I'm really wanting to encourage more tech streamers or people that like chatting. And I don't just mean like software development, because there's a big amount of software developers who stream on Twitch. I mean more like, approachable technology. And I guess I consider 3D printing more approachable in the sense that you don't need to be, highly technical in order to be able to use one. Like hobbyist tech. That's kind of where I put it, tinkerer tech. And I wish there were more people who streamed on Twitch for that, and there aren't. Or at least I haven't found them, and when I find them, I get excited.
Yeah, I did. I've been searching on 3D printers more recently on Twitch, and I'm seeing an increase in the number of unattended printers. Which that to me, I'm like, I think it's nice if you want to see one and you don't know how they work, but I want to see more people, more personalities, more education.
Exactly. That's I'll find the 3D printers as well, like just going, and I know they do it to monitor. I think that might actually be against the Twitch terms of service. I think you have to be actively doing something and engaging, and that makes why would you do that on Twitch? You can stream that on YouTube, but Twitch is just, it's for discovery, and that to me is always a letdown when someone's doing something that I might be interested in, but does not want to do. But does not want to interact, right? It's always a letdown to me.
Yeah, because that's what you're there to do. Is you're to consume, not just consume, but you want to interact with the personality.
Right.
Well, Shockwave's here in chat, and Shockwave is the lucky winner of this one.
Of that,
and
that
he
helmet?
just asked.
Oh.
Yeah, he just asked and said, "Is that another one of the helmets back?" Shockwave, yeah, this one just finished today. Fantastic, huh? So don't worry. I held on to your helmet here for about a week. It's your baby. I know it's on its way to you shortly.
So you don't wear it out in public? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I can now. and not feel guilty about it.
People,
Yeah. So no, one of the points I wanted to touch with you was about like, right. So everyone that goes to my stream understands that I really, I didn't start streaming. I've spoke publicly for decades, and I really you'd asked me you asked me one time a long time ago, and you said, "Hey, Loyal, would you be interested in coming on my stream?" And I politely declined. I really had no interest in being out in the open, and I did that for a long time, and I thought, no, I'm just going to take a break from that stuff. I like being behind the scenes and giving and helping and supporting, and but as I kind of sat here and I watched the 3D printing community a little bit, I thought, I really want to do some big things. I want to give away stuff. I want to help people print gifts, things like that. And I thought, I'm really good, or at least I've been told I'm very good at conveying my energy and my passion for things. And so, in not just speaking, but in a multitude of ways, right? So I thought, okay, I think I'd like to stream here. And one of the things that I noticed when it came to streaming is I thought the community here on Twitch, Twitch is a fantastic platform, the only place to go for this stuff.
Glad we agree.
Yeah, definitely. And so I thought our community, our circle is too small, right? I just think it's a little bit too small, and we love every single person that's here, and we know all their names, and we invite everyone to come and join and chat with us. But I think we need to really expand our circle. And so that's why people hear me say it in my streams all the time. Hey, go out on socials, invite people that you don't even think they'd have any interest in 3D printing at all. Get them over here,
Exactly.
But let's chat with them. And so, I'm gonna pitch my own channel here for a little bit. So someone right there did a shout out to Loyal. If you right there, don't worry, follows are free. They don't cost anything. Chris isn't gonna get angry with you, but you guys can click that and you can go over and hit follow. Follows are free, but they do so much for a streamer. And make sure you're alerted, just like you're alerted when Chris goes live. I don't know how many people are here in chat right now that aren't following Chris. I bet there's some. You should click his follow button. So what we want to do is Chris and I were talking about earlier about raids, right? And expanding that by raiding other people. And when you end a stream, go over to someone else's stream, but we want to choose people that are in the same genre, maybe, that might have the same technical interests, maybe, or creative interests, but we really want them to come into our circle and participate. And it's selfish also for me too, because like I said, for the toy drive, the print drive, people have asked me this question. They said, "Hey, Loyal, could I buy a 3D printer to help with the print drive? Like, is it that easy? Like, could I do that? Do I have enough time?" And my answer, like I said yesterday, was absolutely yes. You can order a Prusa Mini, this guy right here, that can be at your home in 3 days, and that same day you can be printing toys for the print drive.
Are they up again? The original Prusa Mini?
Yeah, they're caught up. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they've been caught up.
Because I know for a while people were punting on.
Wasn't it like 6 or 8 weeks?
Yeah.
Or 12. Yeah,
well,
a long time.
my feeling, like, I think I've mentioned this to you too. Like, I've got this mini, and it's been going every day. And you mentioned, yes, it definitely, I will say it changed my life in the sense that when I was streaming, because I've streamed for eons, like, it's always me just chatting or hanging out, and we've got some gimmicks. And I apologize for all the channel redemptions. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to all of them, especially on nights where I have, like, guests like Loyal. I'll do my best to work them in. Like, I'll see a posture, I'll sit up straight. I don't know if I can do charades or another Vader time here.
Charades right in the middle.
What's that?
You just start doing charades. Yeah, I'm like, what is happening?
What's going on? But yeah, I think having the 3D printer has given me something to do and something that's active in the stream, such that someone's browsing Twitch or like, ooh, what is that? Oh, I want the, and then they jump in. So even though 3D printing may not be the subject of conversation, the fact that it's happening and the fact that it's active and the fact that it's been basically slipstreamed into like what it is that I'm doing anyway, it's pretty much changed the course of everything. But this printer, the Mini, if and when the next iteration of the Prusa Mini, like the Mini 2 or whatever happens, because I'm not clued into anything, I would just assume that there's a Mark II, Mark III, there's going to be a next iteration. The next iteration that comes, I'm going to get that, and then pass this one along to my brother, Adam. I don't know if you saw him. Yeah, because he's definitely more artsy, and he's done 3D modeling. And so I was like, I know this would be the perfect printer to basically pass along the Mini.
Oh no, that it's a workhorse, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, people. I understand that there's brand wars out there and people have preferences. But that machine is just fantastic. I mean, there's a reason why it's designed for farms. I mean, it just flat works. Yeah.
That's what.
And to be honest with you, like we print so much on these, they pay for themselves in a day and a half to 2.5 days.
Right.
Like at that point, literally, I could just grab it and I could just throw it in the ranch dumpster if something went wrong, and I could just pull out a new one and set it down and keep going.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
So even if that machine died right now, you've had how many months?
8,
9 months.
February. So, yeah, 9 months ish.
Okay. So eight or 9 months of use out of that thing. Do the math. I mean, that thing is more than paid for itself. And here's the other thing. I've had people come on Twitter and message me and tell me how much they love a Prusa Mini because they saw it on your stream and they went and bought one.
Shut up.
Yep. And people are excited and they're telling me how much they love them. And I'm like, wow. And then Bawana is here in chat.
Right. Yeah.
And I've had people message me and tell me that they were in Bawana's stream and they bought a Prusa Mini and what else? And someone, I think someone to get me, I hope, I'm sorry if I don't remember the name. Someone has a couple of Mark IIIs that they bought because of Bawana's stream.
Wild.
Yeah, and it, like I was saying, it's changing people's lives, and we're expanding the community, and I love it. You know.
Dew's Falcon says bought Mini only because Loyal was giving so many away. Figured it had to be good.
That's right. I wouldn't give junk away, you know.
That's all I have to give away is just the junk that I print.
No, it's not. They're fun. They're awesome. No, I told people that I think it's fantastic to watch you print things and to see that giant smile on your face.
They're fun.
When it finishes and you pull it off. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah,
it's fun.
And it's like what is it? Like a drug. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
serotonin,
yeah, I mean,
dopamine.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a release of that, and you get it, and you almost go back to that first print when you're so I was in the stream when you first started printing.
Right. Yeah.
And the excitement on your face was priceless. I don't know, does Twitch save those videos or no?
I think I may have uploaded it. I've got a separate YouTube channel for backup. I've got a couple of YouTube channels, but I've got a backup one.
You should go back and cut that clip and watch that, because that first initial face like of yours, the excitement when that print came off for the first time and you were holding it, that's classic. You know?
I don't feel like I've learned all that much over the past 9 months. I've learned little bits, but like not like others. Others like have just like gone well beyond. Some people really get into it, and I just feel like I'm just skimming the surface.
Well, that's it. That's all you have to do. You're not. Excuse me. Sorry about that. You're not required to be a full-on 3D. A 3D printing nerd. Can we say that?
Right. Yeah, you can. Not. Right. I don't think it's copywritten in that context.
Yeah. So you don't have to. You don't have to be that. You know. And so that's something to talk about. Did you watch Neil Patrick Harris with Joel Telling?
I didn't see the new one with where they did the reveal. The one that I think was done today or yesterday.
Yeah, today it was like an 80. How many days? Somebody correct me in chat. Was it 87 days total printing?
Oh my god.
Okay, so everyone goes, "Oh my gosh, that's so huge," and it is. I'm not demeaning that project at all, right? That's a big print for those frames, right? Now get this, we've printed thousands of Halloween gifts, the stencils this year, okay? And they take about 50 some minutes to print to an hour and 15 minutes to print each one. So add up a couple thousand times an hour and 15 minutes, and do the math on the total days of print time that was spent with all of our printers going to print those stencils to ship all over the world. It's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
How else could we do that so awesomely and so fast?
Yeah.
To have Nick Dimelo design something, email it to me, or you know what I mean, and throw it on a printer and printing. There's no injection molds being made. There's no back and forth to China. Nope. We can just do it.
Do it.
you know.
That's
That's pretty awesome.
it one thing inspires the next, right? Like I know, like I gotta as like I find Star Wars stuff all the time, and this is a Star Wars thing that I'm printing now. But like to be able to, I think I've got to start tinkering with Tinkercad more often to be able to put like a Jedi logo on something or the Star Wars logo on something, like an object, right? And that's where I think I would get my start in terms of designing, like but like doing something like what Fix'em Dude does. I'm like, no, I don't know if I'm ever getting to that point. That's definitely.
I mean, neither. I don't have that skill set.
I don't think I do
like
either.
that.
I don't think I do.
I mean, I can draw on a CAD and I can do right angles and 45-degree angles, and I can do a mechanical part for the products that we ship and sell. But I don't have that creative part of my brain to build like that airplane.
Right.
You know, because he's thinking in a 3D modeling design brain. How that's printed, everything's touching the ground, everything's got the right angles for no supports. I don't have that creative part of my brain.
Scorpion Kingdom notes, and I think this is in the Prusa Slicer Alpha, that you can now stamp logos into models. I did see that, and I didn't know if that would be the same thing that I'd be looking for, but it's
really?
Yeah, it's new. I haven't explored it yet. It's in the alpha, which I downloaded just to try, because I had something I was trying to print smaller clone troopers, and ultimately the models just did not work. They would have worked better for resin. But then in the alpha of Prusa Slicer, you can stamp logos in. I haven't tried it.
Well, that's pretty neat. That's great.
Yeah, because that's
too bad we couldn't do those STLs and stamp something in there for the giveaway. You know?
Oh yeah, true. Like that's more accessible for me, because then I could say, oh, I would love to have this, but with Star Wars on it. Now I could take, if there was whatever the template was, once I figure it out. Oh, it's in beta now. Great. I didn't know it was in beta, and to basically put that stamp onto something so that it becomes the thing that I wanted it to be, because that's where I am, right? That level of tinkering, downloading the STL file, but to be able to do light modifications is pretty much, that's probably about as deep as I'm probably going to get for the indefinite future.
Yeah, and I get that. I understand. Not everyone has to be a designer and a creator. One of the reasons why I didn't sit down and design all these toys is because I just don't have the talent for that, you know. Someone did ask in chat that I don't know. They asked how to enter for the giveaway. So the giveaway is it's a Prusa Mini Plus. That's what we're giving away tonight. And it's Bang Ticket. There you go. So Restarted just typed it. So follow his or their example. And same with Narf Chunks. What a wonderful name. Yeah. So Bang Ticket in chat, and to get yourself entered to win that. It's fantastic. And then you also have Filament to give away tonight, right?
Yeah, and that's going to be done. Your giveaway. Well, your giveaway is worldwide, correct?
Oh, yes, that's right. Yep.
And David Randolph.
Well, actually, it's Galaxy.
Oh, throughout the entire galaxy. Fair enough.
Yeah, except we don't ship to Pluto since it's not a planet, so we don't ship there. But
you're one of those.
Yeah.
But the printed solid subscription box could potentially be going to the same person if they live in the U.S. or Canada.
Oh.
That's according to David. So it may be a twofer. And then...
So it's like they get the printer, and then they're getting Filament to go along with that mini, so like a startup pack.
Yeah.
Hey,
if...
I'm going to enter.
Well, but that's if they're in the U.S. or Canada, because they don't ship anywhere else. They're just U.S. and Canada. So they may win something or get something, a nice big one, but if they don't live here or in the U.S. or in Canada, then it will be a separate giveaway that we'll have to start after the first one. So.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. That's going to be fantastic. Someone's going to be awful lucky, because Prusa Minis are great. I gave away a Prusa Mini just a couple nights ago on our affiliate Twitch party, and John at Tripod's Garage won.
Oh.
And that actually made me smile, because one, we know Tripod's Garage, we know John, but it made me smile, because and correct me if I'm wrong, I know he didn't have a Prusa Mini, but I don't think he had any Prusas at all, right? He has a couple of other 3D printers, but no Prusas. So how fantastic is that? He's going to get to experience Prusa, you know? I'm
spoiled. That's the only one. That's the only thing I got. That's the only thing I I think I would find usable for me and my needs as not. I don't see. That's the thing is I don't even consider myself a hobbyist. You know, like others. Like I think to be a hobbyist, you'd almost have to have more than one. I think one is just like dipping your toe in the water. Like I'm having fun, having a blast, enjoying it, learning.
You need a second one.
Oh.
Yeah, you do. So you turned me onto that. What's that called? Reincubate camo.
Oh yeah, camo.
Yeah. So see, camo's fantastic, right? And like Chris said, that's not a still picture. That's a
live
camera.
moving image. Wow.
You know, and so, but yeah, you need to grab a phone. You have like I've seen all your reviews. You have a million phones, and you need to hook up another phone on another printer.
I don't. Well, I just got the Pixel 6 Pro, and I'm honestly, you don't care, but I am definitely not impressed.
Yeah, I saw your latest a tweet this morning or something. It popped up in my timeline.
It's.
You know, I'm telling you, you don't even know how much self-control it takes to sit in chat. I wrote a book on iOS performance and development. And I'm sitting there in chat, listening to chat talk about all this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys don't even know how that works, you know? And I'm like, I'm flipping out, you know? And but I'm like, but I'm not getting involved in it because I'm like, no, I'm so done with that. I don't really care, you know?
So you've retired from app development then?
Well, things change so rapidly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They do.
And so, yeah, but I'm telling you, what, like you're talking about scrolling.
Yeah.
That, like you said, boy, that drives me freaking bananas to have an expensive brand new device and you watch it and you're like, oh, that's not smooth. Oh. Yeah,
some people don't see that.
Thing, though, a lot of times that's software. It's the app.
Exactly. It's all about software.
Yeah, the device is more than capable of that. It's all about the software. And then you get all these terrible tools, the second and third hand tools that develop iOS apps and Android apps. Yeah, it's bad. That's why iOS performance is so important.
Oh my God. But it's not, I mean, I assume you're primarily Mac. You're pretty much only Apple, correct?
Yeah, how old is my son is 16 and he was, it was about the time he was born. I was a big PC and Linux guy. That's all I had. And I travel everywhere I traveled around the world. I took 2 laptops, one with Linux, one with Windows.
What?
Yeah, because I had to do I was a hacker, professional hacker. And so I everywhere I traveled, I had to have one Linux machine and one Windows machine. And I hated Mac, hated them from the very beginning.
Wow. Wow.
And I was so biased. I think I didn't like the people.
Yeah.
More than the technology, right? So,
I feel you.
So a buddy of mine brought out, he had this MacBook Pro, I think, sitting there or whatever they called it at the time. And I was so confused. He opened a terminal and was typing in like Linux or Unix. And I was like,
Bash.
And he's going to see this one day and I'm like, he wasn't the most technologically advanced human.
Right.
And I mean, he did some software things, but he wasn't technology centered. And I'm sorry. I don't want to say his name. I'm sorry. So just in case he doesn't know what I'm talking about it. Anyway, so he was on this terminal, and I like, where are you connected to? And he didn't know. And he's like, I don't know. I went to a website. They told me to click this and type this command.
What?
So I said, give me your machine. And I open this machine up, and I'm playing on this Mac, and I'm like, this thing's Unix. What is happening here? When did this happen? I didn't even know it. And so then I'm like, literally the next day, it was the Mac Mini had just been released, that really small one.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I flew down to the Apple store in downtown Chicago, and I bought one, and I came home, and I was just in love.
Wow.
And then shortly after that, I had the dual G4, then G5s, and then MacBook Pros, and I got rid of Windows, and I've been obsessed with Mac since then. So. Wow.
Now this G4, that would have been, so it would have been Mac OS 10 days, but so FreeBSD.
Tiger was the big one that I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Tiger is about when I had a Mac, the iLamp Mac, you know, the one that they said was a lamp. That was my first Mac, and I tinkered with it, right? It was like, because I love software. So, I tinkered with it, played with it, didn't really do much on the command line apart from, they used to call, I don't know if they were, what were they called? Haxies? There was a word for it, and there used to be a website called OS 10, like, command line. There was like a repository of like all these things that you could do on the command line, and enjoyed it. But it wasn't until after Windows Vista shipped that, and then Tiger or Leopard happened, and then Apple switched to the Intel platform. All those things like basically happened at the same time, and that confluence of events basically drove me to switch. I was like, yeah, I'm in. Like, it was being able to do everything.
Switch into Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, that was a big deal. Those IBM processors were monsters.
Yeah.
But I get that they just IBM just wasn't doing the R&D on them and couldn't make them what Apple wanted. But my favorite thing back then, do you remember watching the Steve Jobs do the reveal for the Intel iMac?
Barely. Like, I wasn't really.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I want to say I wasn't as deep into it as I might have been in later years, but it was like I heard the news, but I don't remember watching it. Because even then, I don't know if they were streaming the keynote.
You didn't see the reveal?
No.
He's on stage and he does the whole presentation. The whole presentation with that iMac sitting on stage, right? He does everything, and then he does his infamous one more thing.
Yeah.
And he reaches up to the Apple in the corner and he goes, "About this Mac," and it's bigger than life on that stage screen. It says Intel, and the whole place just erupted. I was sitting in my office in Mill Creek because we lived in Mill Creek at the time.
Wow.
I was sitting and I fell out of my chair backwards and was like, "Oh my gosh!" And the whole thing was done on an Intel processor.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, the whole place erupted. You know, it was fantastic. You
Well,
know,
it got me excited because, you know, I'd been, dyed in the wool Windows. And like I said, I say I'm a software guy, but it's true. Like, everything I've done has always been like looking at best-in-class software, good software experiences, enjoying software, and that taste in software has only been refined over time. So Mac OS 10 at that day, that's when it was called OS 10, was just far more polished than Windows was, and to a large degree still is. Windows 11 is changing that. Windows 11 is going to go a long way. It's just starting, but I think enough people at Microsoft realize they have to step up their game, not just with fluidity, but specifically with spit and polish. And so, like with smartphones, it's that much more important to me, and that's the thing that won me over to the iPhone. Because I did a video live when I was doing Ustream, and there are a couple people here from my Ustream days when I was doing live videos then. That I had a 24/7 stream back then. The first day, wow. I didn't pay attention to smartphones. I didn't pay attention to phones because honestly, there's like, not that interesting, kind of clunky, gets a job done, not a big deal. And so I wasn't really paying attention to the iPhone when they announced it. I was like, it's just another device. It's just another phone. They all suck, right? And I
couldn't even install apps.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even that. It was like
I didn't get one right away.
But the thing is, it wasn't even the apps. It was that all the context I had for what a phone was had been mediocre at best. Like really okay, but not anything that would have, had me going, oh, and Apple had, the reality distortion field, right? And this is kind of where I think I was still in, it was potentially the iPhone that was one of the first Apple products that really I latched onto. I had an iPod. I can't remember why. I never really used it. I didn't like iTunes. Still hate iTunes. Couldn't wait to see that go away, and it finally did. I didn't want it because it was almost like everyone else wanted it and everyone else was excited for it. I'm like, what's the big deal? It's a phone. So I did a video. It's still out there. Like 10 reasons I'm not going to get an iPhone on the first day. And so I basically...
How old is this video?
Oh, God. First day, the day the iPhone launched. And I said, I'm not going to do it.
Wow.
I'm not going to... And here's why. I don't like this. I don't like this, that. I had 10 reasons. Like, I didn't like Steve... I met Steve Jobs once, very briefly. I didn't like the attitude of, like, our stuff is amazing and just... It's just this smugness factor, right? You talked about the people, right? And
That's
I felt... Yep. And I felt the same way. So I add all these things up. Like, it can't be good. I've used touch screens before. They suck. you know, I've used this before and it sucks. I did, and so
There was no tactile response.
right, yeah,
I don't want to touch glass.
resistive, and I had never to that point used a capacitive screen. So I was careful, but I was pretty adamant. I'm like, I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to get it on the first day, right? I believe in that live video, I left myself an open, but I said I'm not going to get it on the first day, and here's why.
Second day is good.
Well, what happened was someone else got it, and I was like, really? Come on, dude, really? Like, it's horrible because it had, and I think the argument was back then, it couldn't record video, and I had been recording. I actually have YouTube videos recorded on a Windows mobile device that I recorded driving, like back 2 decades, however long ago it was, because I did record video. And I think the argument was, one of the big arguments was, it was only 2G, not 3G. And that was a big deal, right? You know, because it was 2G, so therefore it sucks. But what happened was, that's my story, and I think this is how I got pulled into Apple. This is how I started realizing, like, oh, there's potentially a better way, and I was wrong, is picking up that iPhone, first gen, and seeing, okay, it looks pretty cool, and then opening the weather app and then swiping, and that was it. It was the single swipe in the weather app, even at 60 hertz, 60 FPS, was so fluid that the experience...
You've never done it before.
It was so... It changed... That was a moment I'll never... There's certain moments with technology that I will never forget. I won't forget my first 3D print. I won't forget the time that I used the smartphone, right? The iPhone, right? There's certain moments in time that you will not forget those moments. And it was just... I knew right then, I'm like, oh, I get it. Like, oh. Yeah. And so from that point on, I was a stickler for fluidity on phones. And so for years with Android was just kind of mucking around, like, blah, blah, blah. It's an iPhone killer. I'm like, no, it's not. I took my lumps because people said, no, it's fine. I'm like, but it's not. It's choppy. It's janky. And it was for years. But it's at one point, and this happened right around the iPhone 10. Well, no. It happened at around iOS 7. iOS 7, when that happened, that's when Android surpassed iOS for fluidity. That was the moment. And that was basically my breaking point, because I didn't see the fluidity anymore in iOS. And even with 120 hertz screens now, it's there, but they're capping it in ways that I don't think they should be. And Android is far more fluid than iOS. And so I'm saying I've seen these. I've been sensitive about this, and I've never had a horse in the race. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just looking for a good experience, and these are the things that I need. Right? Fluidity, lack of lag, and, you know, certain devices have it and other devices don't. Certain devices mitigate it, certain devices don't. Regardless of platform. But that fluidity, I mean, people just, I think they hate me because I say, oh, it's got jank. Oh, it's got judder. It drops frames. Animation's not smooth. This is not a true 120 FPS. It's whatever. ProMotion works better on the iPad than it does on the iPhone. You know, there's a question of the new MacBook Pros and whether or not ProMotion is even working as it's been advertised to work natively on the screen. The thing that drives me nuts is when people say, well, they'll fix it in software. You don't know that. You don't know if they're going to fix, unless you work there, or unless they come out and promise that this is going to be fully mitigated, and they rarely, if ever, do. You can't talk. I can't talk about what a device is, so I know I'm going to get my ass handed to me tomorrow when I publish TLDR, because I did before our stream. Yep. I did a comparison between the Pixel 6 Pro and the S21 Ultra, and I've been using both these devices. And I'm using the iPhone to talk with you.
And when does that one go live? Tomorrow morning?
Yeah, 9:30 is when I've got to get it clipped and edited and all that stuff. Well, not edited, but...
Something important to mention is that, and we kind of touched on it earlier before the stream, was the technology is funny, right? So I said I hated Apple. And I like I said, I hated, I almost hated the people more than the software, because I was so tired of that smug, this is so better, and you don't know, and you're so dumb, And and then it made me go, I will never use that hardware ever.
Dude, we're like,
You know?
I'm telling you, man, we're
Like-
brothers from another mother. I'm telling you.
Like I lived in downtown Chicago at the time, and I'd walk by that Apple store, and I'd just give them the dirtiest look as I walked by, you know.
That's funny. Yeah.
But what happened is, and I don't want to, people in chat, I'm not implying anything negative. I grew up a little, and I understood that because you have a negative, like there's a negative with this, doesn't mean that you hate it.
Right. Yes.
You can not like one thing or several things and still use it and be happy with it. And I can not use Android devices, right? Obviously because they're inferior. But
don't
I not use Android devices, right? But it doesn't mean I have to hate them. Right? Well, and so it doesn't have to be that way. And so there's always these two camps battling. Yep. And now as I've gotten a little older, I sit back in the middle and I just watch the two camps going back and forth, and I'm like, oh wow, this is good. Like, look at all the hatred brewing over here over this stuff. And then people are like, well, what do you use, Loyal? And I'm like, I just use my phone. I'm all right. You know?
It's tribalism probably at its worst, because it's a matter of personal taste, and this is why I had problems with technology, not because of for what it was, is that everyone expects, people still think that either I'm a fan of Apple or I hate Apple. I'm like, but can I be somewhere in between? Or like because as soon as I come out and if I'm anywhere near critical about your phone that you love, then there's something wrong with me or my device or I'm like, no, this is just my experience. I want it to be, I want everything.
Or their phone.
Right. But everything I use, I want to be great because this is what I'm using or this is what I choose to use. So as someone who looks at this stuff and like the phones specifically and speaks to the experience, it's difficult for me because people expect me to be on team this or team that. I'm like, but I'm not. I use an iPhone, I use a Mac, I use a PC, I use Android, I've got probably a better balance than most. So I'm not on anybody's, like, quote unquote, anybody's team in terms of the experiences that I need for a smartphone or that I might need for a 3D printer or that I might need for a camera, right? I'm always, technology changes, and I think you were kind of tilting into this. Like, it's funny that way, but the way I always, I stage that type of sentiment is it's a race that never ends. So you can't, if at some point, let's say another, manufacturer comes out and does something better than Prusa, that's great. That means they're on their toes. They may have competition for something like a Mini. Because at this point, I haven't necessarily seen it, or at least heard about it, but it could come to that point. It's the question of, well, hopefully a matter of when, not if, because it's that kind of competition with technology that brings advancements, that brings better experiences. But when you're locked into the mindset of I'm team this, that's usually where I kind of turn off from the conversation because I realize we can't have a good conversation about this. We're never going to go anywhere because you've already identified. You've identified, you got to, people know I work for Intel, right? I've got to disclose that. And certainly that shapes a lot of everything that comes pouring out of my mouth. But at the same time, even Intel knows competition keeps us on our toes. It keeps us healthy. It's good to see advancements in technology because it makes the world better and it makes everybody better and it gives everybody a better potential for better experiences. So yeah, having conversations about technology sometimes can be tricky because of that roadblock that you might be open-minded, Loyal, but that doesn't mean the person that you're interacting with on a stream or whatever is, because they've already got in their mindset like, no, this is the only option. Apple's the only option. That's it.
Well, so I like to call myself a realist, right? So a technology realist. So this morning I got up really early and I had to go out and get a load of hay, and about an hour and a half from here off the mountain, and I need to tell the guy that I'm pulling in. He's got to get a loader ready and all this stuff, and I don't want to pull up and make him come running out. And so just as I'm turning into their farm, right off of the highway, I reach over to my phone. All I have to do is pick up my phone and I just have to say, I'm here, right? I can do that while making the turn, looking it in the mirror, watching the trailer. And as I pull in, no, my frickin' iPhone doesn't recognize my face and says, no, punch in your code. And I'm like, you stupid. So I hit the code, and then I go to type in I'm here, and the autocorrect puts something stupid on there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man. And my wife's sitting there, and I squeezing my phone like I'm choking it, and I'm like, like, why is it that when you need to send something, that's when it fails?
Yeah.
And so I'm a realist, with technology.
I'll tell you, the iPhone's hardware is amazing, but I have big usability hiccups and headaches with iOS. That's the reason I went to Android wasn't that I thought Android was necessarily better, because remember, I've been Apple. Mac OS is my favorite desktop operating system. I love it. I've had other Apple devices, other Apple experiences, but the iPhone drove me to Android. It wasn't Android that pulled me in. There's a difference, right? And it was because
I understand, yeah.
it was because of things like that I'm just like, death by 1,000 cuts. Like I can't do this anymore. I can't, because it was literally, I feel that it was hurting like my mental health. I had anguish because I'm like, I can't believe it's doing this.
I'm going to throw it,
It's just, maybe I'm too particular about it. And I know I am, because most people will chase.
I think it's because we get to a certain point to where we just want to use it.
Yes.
I don't want to play with workarounds. I don't want to have to assume or what drives me nuts is using a device or it doesn't matter, computer, phone, whatever, but it has a glitch, and your new instinct is to work around that glitch to get what you need done. And once that starts to happen, I'm like, okay, this is bad. We're bad. I'm no longer using it the way it's intended. I'm consciously working around the problem.
Yep. And that's where I've learned to tell myself there's a better way. There's got to be a better way. And that's where I ultimately, after Apple released the iPhone 10 and the notch, I'm like, I don't think this is a good idea. And I'm not in. I basically said, I'm out.
The notch for me didn't, at first I thought it was stupid. I thought the face thing was stupid. I was like, I'm not getting a phone where I have to look at it to open it, But the notch really didn't bother me. I suppose maybe I would pick a different battle, but for me, because I just didn't care.
It was.
I did see a video online with the new MacBook Pro, where they loaded up the menu bar on the they loaded up that menu bar and the notch was there, and I kind of went, oh really? Like a developer didn't see that? Come on.
So I think it's a branding exercise. Good on Apple for doing whatever they're doing. It wasn't it. It was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. iOS 7 for me was the canary in the coal mine. It was iOS 7, and we've been dealing with that since then. Like it was that I was like, all right, I got to try something new. I have to, for my own health. And what's interesting about Android is it's not iOS, and I don't mean that like it's flipped, but it is in many ways. But Google's implementation of iOS, Google's implementation of Android is radically different from Samsung's implementation of Android. Like completely different. Like you wouldn't know that they were both Android. Like they're just different.
Not anymore. That's right.
Yeah, and like
just look like rebranded.
it wasn't. But they've gotten good, and OnePlus, bless their hearts, I think that they're gonna keep pushing. There's a new one that's gonna be released like in January, February. I'll be interested in that. Android's just a different beast, like altogether, and that's it. At first, that annoyed me, but then I realized, I can find an experience that is more to my liking. And even though I've got a mishmash of stuff here, and I don't live in one ecosystem, I gotta tell you, I've never felt better about not living in one ecosystem, because it used to be a comfort, right? Like, oh well, I'm all in this ecosystem and everything just works together. Well, the moment that something else happens, this is where I find a lot of people, they're like, well, what do you do when you need to chat with somebody else and they're not using iMessage? I'm like, a Discord? Twitter? Like
there's a multitude.
That's what I'm saying. To me, it's just asinine. Like, no, the only way to communicate is this. I'm like, but it isn't really.
Yeah, I don't
like,
talk to people. if the text messages, if it's not blue.
Yeah,
I don't.
see, that's I even when I was using iMessage, like it never really bothered me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I know now. I mean, you're obviously not using iMessage, but it's not like it didn't. I'm like, all I care about is that we can communicate back and forth. The thing that annoys me about text messaging is if I don't have you. Sorry, if I don't have you in my address book, I'm like, new phone, who dis? Like, don't text me. Like, don't ever. Like, because I will ignore you. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna manage an address book. I don't have time for that anymore. I'm done with address books. Done with address books.
Okay, so we're talking phones. So let's bring this to 3D printers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Prusa Pro here, and I have Prusa in another building, and then I have these two Raise 3D machines, E2 and a Pro 2, right? So I only have experience with Prusa and Raise 3D. That's it. You have experience with Prusa. I try not to disparage other brands of printers because, to be honest with you, I don't know them. Now,
right.
The one thing that does get me, and the safety thing is that there's a brand out there that is well known for burning homes down. And yes, it's the Mini. No, it's not.
Like what? What?
Yeah,
oh my! Are you serious?
Your house hasn't burned down yet?
No, thank God.
Yeah. No, there's a brand out there, the printers, that has safeties disabled in the firmware, and it's common, and that it literally is responsible for many homes burning down. Other than that, I try not to disparage these other brands.
Right.
And
right.
so because I've never used them, and I've seen amazing results from them. So yeah. So when I'm standing here and everyone in chat is listening to us, and you see these printers behind me, and you see, I don't know, Chris, I don't think he has it on screen right now. Prusa Mini. I
do. Yeah.
Is it on screen? Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're seeing that doesn't mean that we're on, Team Orange only. You know what I mean?
Right.
We enjoy them and we love them and we use them. But I've seen some amazing prints and amazing things and some amazing people that use other brands of printers. And so. Yeah, I just happen to know these machines, and this is what we manufacture with,
So a couple people are asking. It seems that people in chat are mentioning what printer burns your homes down. So that's good to know.
No, it's okay. Someone answer. Oh, it's already there.
Someone answered. So yeah,
it's already there.
Good to know.
I don't even have
oh
to be
my
the one
God.
that says it. Look at this. I love it because how do you like how all we had to do is say that and the chat fills with the brand.
I love doing that. Just like, let's just set the stage. Let the community do the talking.
Yep.
Let's just let them go. Let them have at it. Speaking of let them have at it, what do you say? Top of the hour. Here we're coming upon 8 o'clock. We start preparing for the big ol'. I'm sorry, the mini ol' giveaway. The mini giveaway. Now, is this a new mini that you're giving away, or are you just like plucking one off the farm?
No, this is it's gonna smell brand new. It's fresh, right off their production line. Yep, it comes straight out of the Czech Republic, right to your home. Sir Will says he has to go. His wife just got home, so he's in trouble.
Oh, he says, oh wait, I'll stick around for a few minutes more.
I was gonna say, well, we've rigged it so you can't win anyway, Will.
Oh no! No, there's definitely no rigging. Everyone gets equal access. It doesn't cost anything. completely open for everybody.
Sure it is. Sure, it's not rigged.
No, it isn't.
Wink.
And I think do I have my emote Perillo Prusa? Yeah, I think it's a level 3 emote.
Oh, it's only a level 3?
Yeah. So that because I did it because you had joined it at level 3, and so it's somewhat so I've got some exclusive ones. Tech TV is also that's an exclusive level 3.
Yeah.
Because
that's funny. No, I'm so happy. I'm so happy the way that we met, right?
Yeah.
We still haven't met in person. Matter of fack, I told Joel, funny. I tweeted that out, that I want to bring. We have a couple of performance horses that we're going to throw in a trailer, and I got to take them over there to Snohomish.
Right.
So when I go over there to do that, I'll let you guys know in advance. And I think Jedi would have a blast if I go to a park or wherever we can just pull some horses out. Jedi would have a blast to feed some horses and sit on them.
There's there are a few around here. Like we're right off the 90, so it's pretty.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like right off there'd be an exit. Right there. Yeah.
Well, your wife would enjoy him too. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so
Well,
we need to do that, but go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I think she's been on. I can't remember if it was a pony or a horse, like one, in the past. So she had fun. She had fun. Appreciate it.
They'll like it. They're good. I don't have bad horses. All of our horses, there's no biting, there's no kicking, there's no misbehaving. All of our horses are good horses.
Well, Jedi bites.
But anyway,
Jedi bites. So hopefully that'll be okay.
Jedi bites?
Yes, she bites very hard. And Diana, by the way, she's
wow.
listening to chat. She's been tuned in. She says yes, heart, 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 heart.
Oh.
So Diana is
nice.
in.
So I'm so glad the way that we've met here virtually, though, that it came by way of me following and being a lover of Joel Telling and his YouTube channel. And so he came over and did this with you, and man, that was fantastic.
Well, I got to get him on again at some point too.
Oh yeah, because I mean that was great. Everyone tunes in. We love Joel. So, but I'm so glad that he did that, because it got me into the Twitch ecosystem in participating. And I looked at Twitch and I thought, I wish I knew what Twitch was.
Right.
My children and I played a couple of video games before, right? A couple PlayStations, and then we would go on and watch the big global worldwide game championship, whatever, and it would be on Twitch. And so, but I thought that's all Twitch was. I thought it was, it's a place where video games get broadcast.
Right.
So all of a sudden I go through this from you, and then you rated Set to Build?
Yeah, it was probably Set to Build. Yep.
Set to Build, and I saw your channel and I was having such a good time. And it's funny, I didn't know anything about your Tech TV. So that's why the running joke is that I'm always like, oh, Chris, are you from Tech TV? And so I didn't know until that interview with Joel. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I thought, and then I couldn't picture you until I saw some older clips. And I'm like, no way I've seen that guy. That's hilarious.
Yep. That's the way it happened.
And and so anyway, then Set to Build, and then Set to Build, or hold on, was there someone else in the middle? I think it was Set to Build to Kobe Lax. So anyway, I'm so happy that this happened, because I get to meet these interesting people, and then we get to expand our community and participate. But this whole Twitch thing is a different monster. It's not, I wish you could explain to people, it is not a YouTube. It is not a YouTube clone. It's not, I don't know.
That's the thing that people, they just don't understand. Like, I mean, there's so many, I can explain it to other creators. That's something that I want to do with my Twitch streams, is talk to other creators. More than, like, other nerds and geeks, yes. But,
shoot. How much time do we have? There we go.
Oh, God, do we have a hype train? Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Well, you do now.
Well,
I just started it.
I was going to say, I've got 4 candy corns here because WF4 Writer subscribed with Prime, so that's worth 2 candy corns. And then TX Rednecks MC also gifted a sub. And now Loyal Moses has got 333. It's 1.5. So, Loyal, Jedi is more excited to meet you than the horse in real life.
I'll have to give her some bits.
So yeah, that's that. And Liz has got 100, so that's another candy corn. Well, half a candy corn. And Sir Will's got 100, so that's Jedi says that about you.
Jedi says that, but wait until I pull a couple of horses out of the trailer. She will forget all about me, and she'll be all about the horses.
Hopefully she's not shy that day. Oh, Loyal, we got a problem.
I'll bring 3 and take 2 home. I'll leave 1 with you.
No, we don't have the HOA. I looked at it and it says no
and it
horses.
Says no horses or foals.
Well, technically it says no foal language. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, does it? Yeah. That's probably what they mean.
Oh, man.
Legalese.
Loyal.
I love it. It said hype train. What's it say? Hype train close. Mm-hmm. Is that what it said?
It did.
And so I figured, we'll watch you eat some more candy corn.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Fucho. Fucho's been with me for a long while. Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't. I like how you pronounce it, Fucho.
Does
text to speech do it properly, or is it banned on text to speech?
No. I let it. I let text to speech do it. Thank you, Eric, for the 200, and SysNerd Tech for the additional 200. I'm gonna keep up, or attempt to keep up, with all this. Oh my God. Wait a minute.
My camo my camo just popped up and said, "Hey, there's a software update."
Oh yeah. Oh,
So that must be the one you were talking about.
Yeah, you can now do AR. It's a public feature, so you can do. So I'm going to have channel redemption points for AR soon. We'll be doing more AR in the stream.
That is so much fun.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't do it right now because I'm using the camera with you. But Scorpion,
I know, but look at this.
Scorpion Kingdom just subbed at tier 3, so that's worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Scorpion
6.
Kingdom, fantastic. He's subbing for the Prussian Mini.
Pretty much.
Emote.
Coda 120, 100 bits. Hang on, Sister Attack.
Scorpion has been such an amazing supporter of our whole community. Oh, look at that, Dual Dragon.
Thank you, Sister Attack. Kurt Grosser, here we are. Okay, Dual Dragon gave out 5 community sub gifts, so that's 10. 1, 2.
You guys, this is fantastic. I love that we can have a community that does this. I mean, that supports Chris and all he does for us, and you know. Yeah,
but I'm the one that's got to eat the candy corn.
I know you guys realize you're killing him.
Oh man, I'm so done with candy corn. It's not even funny. I'm glad this is just through Halloween.
No. They have Christmas ones that are green pumpkins and.
I have to find something like candy corn that I don't like. That's absolutely disgusting. For the holidays.
So, hey guys, so what happens if Chris actually secretly loves candy corn and we've all been?
You know, ask Liz. Ask Liz. She's known me for years.
Liz, does he actually not like candy corn, or does he like it?
The thing I can't stand. I got to be careful with black licorice. I've been having palpitations with my heart, though. I think it may be related. I've been taking melatonin, and it may be long-term effects from melatonin. Plus, I increased my flaxseed months ago, and I cut those out over the past few days, and I felt better. So I may have not solved the problem, but I may have helped clear up the palpitations that I've been having. And I've had palpitations for years.
Yep.
But anyway, black licorice.
But palpitations from a kid.
As an adult, I'd have these just intermittent. But it was happening with more frequency, and so I've been a little worried. I got my EKG here, which is really freaking cool.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah.
It is pretty wild. I'm like, dude, this is really wild.
I know, yeah.
But I think it was. I really do believe, because I've been okay for the past couple of days. No melatonin, no flaxseed. Both of them can mess with your heart in a good way or a bad way, and I felt like I was on the other side of that. Black licorice, if you eat enough of it, can cause a problem. And given how my amazing community is with this candy corn, last thing I want to do is over the licorice that I also can't stand, and then end up with heart problems.
Oh yeah. No, it's not worth that. But I don't know. Corn syrup, food coloring. That's what's gonna do you in.
Like wasabi peas may be the next one, because I can't stand those either. Oh, it's such a hit.
Jalapeno peppers.
Well, no, those stick with you. Wasabi, I don't like wasabi, but it's a hit and then it dissipates, right? The problem is if I eat too much of it, it's too much, and then I get my stomach ache. Like those beans, those bean boozleds. The great idea, but I could feel them. I could feel them and still taste them 2 days later, Loyal.
That's not good for you. I'm telling you. I haven't tasted them, right? So I have no clue how bad they can taste. But watching your facial expressions and then hearing Amish Ace say how bad they were.
So bad.
Yeah. Let's see, level 5. Come on, guys, finish it off. 16%. Finish Chris off.
Yeah, we got.
You guys don't leave him hanging on a second hype train, guys.
Yeah, we got 23% of level 5. Thank you, Krusty. Here's your candy corn. Oh, fell out of my mouth. That counts. I have candy corn fatigue.
I only have 1 bit left.
Oh my god. Dew's Falcon just gave out 5 community sub gifts. 23, 4.
Oh wow, dude. So Dews is an amazing supporter of everything that we do on my stream, and not just mine. Buana, every place he goes, that he is fantastic.
Apparently.
So thank you, dude.
Effie
Thank
found
you
a
so much.
lantern. I've got my pile of candy here. We got through a level 5 Cisner Tech. Everyone's piling on. Oh man.
Thank you very much, dude. Thanks no more.
Very
Thanks,
appreciated.
Lan.
Everybody.
Cisner Tech. Wow.
Scorpion Kingdom.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm telling you,
Fantastic.
this is where I'm serious, dude. Like I've hit my limit tonight. I had to do this the other day. Graham Lang came in here and gifted. He did a whole bunch of stuff and tons. I was 75 candy corns in the hole, and I had to stop. I said I have to, and so for the next 3 days after that,
I can't do it, guys. We're done. Well, look at that, and then Mr. Neo trip.
Yeah, gave out a community sub gift from Scorpion Kingdom. Okay, so now this is a candy corn for tomorrow. 10.
Well, thank you, everyone. That's fantastic. That's awesome. What a wonderful thing here to do two hype trains, finish them all the way to level 5, and now we're going to go ahead and start preparing to give away that Prusa Mini Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So how fantastic is that?
No, it's a great way
someone
to
here is going to win someone here is going to win an awesome printer. It's going to be awesome.
Oh my
It's gonna
god,
be fantastic.
Bang ticket to enter.
Yep, bang ticket. Make sure you're entered.
You know what I may do, Loyal? I may do those beans again, but like I'll eat one bean if we get through a level 5 hype train. That's a bean because I
agree.
It's what I did was like way too much, way too much. Oh
yeah, things are a little bit different when you get past 40.
Very different, dude. Oh my god.
I could eat anything I wanted, and it didn't matter what time of the day or night. And now I sit there and I have this craving for something, and I look at the clock and it's 11. I'm thinking, nah, that'll kill me.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, I had to quit coffee. And I loved coffee. Coffee. And I this year something happened. Oh, my print is done. Boy, everything's happening at the same time. We also have another resubscription with Prime. Love when you use Amazon Prime to resubscribe. Thank you, MagTech.
Bang ticket.
Bang ticket. I don't know if anybody realized what it is that I'm printing, but it's a Santa Porg. It's a Porg Santa. This is done by, the model is...
I can't see it.
Yeah, I'll show you here in a second, Loyal. The model is...
Oh, wow.
Is it... I don't know, is this a Wexter? No, I have to look again. If you look for Santa Porg...
It'll be awesome.
Here come what?
Here come the Christmas prints. I mean,
yes.
This is going to be cool.
So I was looking for stuff, and I'm like, what would be a fun one that I haven't done yet? And then I saw this Santa Porg. I'm like, oh yeah, this would be kind of cool. So I printed it at 150%. So we've got different Santa Porgs now. I love this kind of stuff. The Halloween Star Wars stuff.
Rolling on the floor laughing, wait till 50. I know.
Oh god, that's like 2 years away from me.
Well, so I see Croton is here, so
yes.
He's up there. Scroll on. Croton 368. He's on Twitter, and he's new to 3D printing.
Okay.
But he had picked up an Ender 3 V2. They had a sale on him a little while ago. He's new to 3D printing, and believe it or not, he's new to Twitch. And we were chatting last night. He is in love with Twitch. He's like, he didn't even know that this existed, and he's like, this is amazing.
Croton, welcome aboard. Yeah. Loyal, do you have my schedule is I stream every night at 6 p.m. Just make it regular. But have you found your pattern? Do you have a schedule?
Nope, I have not found a schedule. I own many businesses, and I own a ranch, and so things are busy, and I didn't even have time to do it anyway. But I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying chatting with people in our community, and hopefully to help educate and entertain. But
you do both?
No schedule yet, but we'll get something worked out. My suggestion is that I can see who follows me. I have the window open right now. I would really invite people to go to my channel, follow me, and set the notification on so that when I do go live, you get notified. And then you'll just know when I go live and be able to come over and hang out.
I did a shout out for you again, Loyal. I need to write this down.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks, Chris.
It's exclamation
mark. I said, followers are free. They don't cost you anything, but it really helps people who are streaming.
It's exclamation mark.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Blaze. Thanks for the follow.
Ticket. Blaze2K is a follower of mine. He also just became a YouTube member tonight. or earlier
Who
today.
did?
Yeah, Blaze 2K just became a YouTube member as well.
Oh, yeah.
Of mine,
Wonderful.
which is great. Because I'm starting to, I'm doing a tech video on YouTube every day. That's the TLDR, the Locker Gnome Daily Report, because my old handle is Locker Gnome, and I'm holding up a post-it that says bang ticket. That's what you enter, just to make sure y'all are getting it right. So you can qualify.
And that's to win a Prusa Mini Plus tonight, along with, if you're in the United States or Canada, you're going to get some Filament from Printed Solid with that, like a starter pack. And then if you're not in the U.S. or Canada,
I'll do a separate one. I'll do a separate giveaway after this one, because you can only have one giveaway going at any given time.
And then are we allowed to plug DB3D Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a member of the Locker Gnome stream team.
So Monday, that's a big night. DB3D Dan is here in chat. Say hi, Dan.
Let's shout him out.
He has a giveaway on Monday at 7:30 Central, 7:30 p.m. Central, and he's giving away, I think, over $1,000 in gifts on Monday.
Really? I'll have to tune in for that then too. Hey, Uwu. Yeah, there's Uwu.
Pretty awesome.
Uwu Eford, who's someone you should follow too. He's into 3D printing. He's designed stuff. He actually helped me design something. I did a shout out there. He does 3D printing here. He does the modeling in the stream as well. So give Uwu Eford a follow. So I've got a stream team on Twitch. I mean, I'm not going to put you on the spot, Loyal. If you do want to join the Locker Gnome Nerds and Geeks.
What is a stream team? What is a team?
So it's a better way of not just networking, but connecting with other individuals who do similar things. So like, I look for people to join the team that might be geeky or nerdy, like people who do 3D printing. But the bottom line is, you might game, but like it's more for the people who like interacting with chat and doing something and making something or crafting something. So like, I like playing with Lego bricks, or I chat with the team, or I like 3D printing something, but I'm sorry, and I chat with my community. So it's all about interactive crafters, interactive makers, interactive nerds, geeks, and basically helping other people get discovered through similar types of communities, if you will.
Okay.
Like that's the easy way. Like Sith Lord Brit is a member, and I haven't necessarily invited.
Nerds Unite.
Yes, I haven't necessarily done like a great job at saying, hey, do you want to join? Hey, do you want to join? It's all about the interactivity with chat, like, and feeling like you're a nerd or a geek, or you're doing something that's very makery or building or doing something highly interesting to watch, like crafting. 3D printing is one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a nebulous concept, but it's mostly for that kind of those types of people, because
what are the annual dues? How much? What's the membership going to cost me to join Locker Gnome?
It's definitely free, and I haven't done a great job with it. It's just kind of like, I'd really like to. I'm a big believer in helping other people, especially other creators who I feel a kinship with, and whether they. They're their fellow Star Wars fans, or they're 3D print, or we share similar interests, and we interact with our communities, and we're big about helping each other's communities, and that's the spirit that I kind of push to. So anyway,
so while we were chatting, so I don't, if they're in chat, they should say something. I didn't see their name. But someone named Iron Lemur Fudd subscribed to my channel.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that name pop up here.
I didn't know if they came from your channel or not. But
it is entirely possible. I'm not familiar with that handle.
So I think it's fantastic. Like I said, I think that. So I'm very 3D printed oriented, or 3D printing oriented.
Yeah.
But there is a reason why I didn't call myself like LM3D.
Right.
I kept it generic, and it was same old Shane that came up and just said, we'll call it the Loyal Moses Show, or the LM Show.
Right.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to keep it open for that was because it's not just 3D printing. And so I love that a lot of my followers are 3D printing related followers. A lot of yours aren't necessarily, they are now, but you also have a years of cultivating a bunch of a group of people that aren't in 3D printing. And I love that we can cross those two circles. And
that's the type of community, and you can do that on Twitch, because you can be you. It's one of the reasons why even I am Chris Perillo, because it's like, that doesn't mean one thing. It means I'm me, and I'm always going to be me, and it's always just going to be me, you know? And so I had the Locker Gnome handle a long time ago. Maybe at some point that handle will, you know, come back again, because it was always just me as Chris Perillo, and I always wanted to try to connect other geeks together. So why it's called the Locker Gnome Nerds and Geeks is because that's the old handle, Locker Gnome. It's what people knew me as. Okay. So to be able, I'm basically saying these are the people that I believe are doing really cool things. They're really awesome. They're also streaming on Twitch. They're people that you should check out. And so that's...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's the bottom line. Or as... Because... I'm blanking on his name, and he's hugely supportive. You know, he calls them the Nags. I'm blanking.
Right there and shit. Locker Gnome Nags. Yeah, Kurt Grosser.
Not Kurt
Nags.
though. You're gonna make fun of me as soon as I remember. Zach. Rutledge. Yeah. So he's a member, so it's really funny. So he calls them Nags, Nerds and Geeks. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever you're gonna do, it's fine. So
he calls them Nags.
Nags. It's really funny. It's really funny. But yeah, that was.
Iron is here. Iron Lemur is here in your chat.
He is here. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, what do you say? Are we ready for this giveaway?
So someone says hydrate, so we'll hydrate.
I gotta hydrate. Yeah. All right. Everyone needs. Oh, I'm out of water. It's because I was eating all that.
I haven't had coffee in a really long time, but I have to tell you though, I do like the smell and I love the taste of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had coffee in 20 years.
I miss it so much. Maybe.
Which do you like? Do you like the taste? Do you like the smell, or both?
Yes. Yeah. It was never the buzz.
So
it was never the buzz.
What about the grocery store though?
Oh yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Love the smell.
It's like, you know, I don't smoke, right? But I have to say, fresh cigarette smoke, like fresh, like someone lighting up a fresh cigarette. Oh, I just love that smell. But I don't smoke. But I'm telling you, now stale cigarette smoke I can't do.
Right.
But I like a fresh smoke. I'm like, oh my goodness, that smells fantastic.
That's funny.
You know, it's gonna kill you, but it smells good.
That's funny. Well, I'm out of water. We've got a 147 entrants. I'm going to close the giveaway.
Oh, that's fantastic. 147?
Yeah. Is that good? I don't know. You're the giveaway professional.
No, that's awesome to have that many people there. That's great. And to be honest with you, that's still some fantastic odds. I mean, who here doesn't want to get tossed into a drawing where you got 1 in 147 chance?
Right.
Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. 148 now. Now that I mention it, it's 148.
Okay, now it's 2. You'll never win.
Oops.
It's 148 now.
Oops. And this is for a really good printer. I'm excited for everybody. I'm serious. This is why I would love the opportunity, welcome the opportunity, because I can tell you this is the type of giveaway anybody and everybody should be willing to participate in, because this is just incredible.
Yeah, let's see. Croton.
Yep.
He was in DB3D Dan's stream a little while ago and won some filament.
Oh, nice.
And then he was in Kobe Lax. I think, was it last night or the night before? So I mean, he, like you said, you know, he's found the world of Twitch and he loves it.
That's amazing. By the way, I got to give a shout out to Sir Will 3D. I think he's an amazing mod for your channel. Like, he's doing a really good job for you. So
I've known him for about a decade.
Oh, nice. I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, so I've known him for quite a while, and Will is probably I would say probably the nicest guy that I know. That guy is so humble and so nice.
In our mods, we've got.
I didn't even ask him to be a mod. I literally was sitting there and I didn't know what to do, and I just started making people mods, and he just jumped in and took over.
Oh, that's
wild. Who did I see there?
That's Jedi. Yes. Hang on. What, honey? I can't hear you.
I'm here to get your water.
You're here to get my water. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very much appreciate
it.
No, but we have 4 mods. Fix 'em, dude. Krusty, Liz, and Kurt. Those are our current 4 mods, and they're incredibly helpful.
That's awesome.
Do you want normal water?
Yeah, just water. Do we have like abnormal water? What else? What are my options?
I don't know, Gamer 260. Someone's gonna win that printer. It's gonna be awesome. I like giving them away. I really like giving minis away. And here's the thing: whoever wins, I'm Loyal Moses on Twitter, right? That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Or of course, if you come across my stream and I'm streaming, come over and shout and say hi. But whoever wins, I want to see pictures of it. I want to see pictures of it, like you opening it or unboxing it or putting it together, or when it's assembled. You know, like we're a community, and let's show off that awesome.
And I love raiding and meeting new people and bringing more. And I was serious about the stream Nerds and Geek. Like, if any streamers listening right now and they're like, I'm interested, tag me on Twitter or have me follow up or remind me, like, hey, I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm doing this, that, and the other thing, and you probably fit. I'd be happy. I mean, their invitations are free, and the idea is that you may get to meet other people, and you may get to, connect with other people who may help grow your community beyond the community that you currently have. Because again, what is it? All ships rise. Is that the same? The tide, as the tide comes, all ships rise. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Yeah. No, and that's what I mean. What I like about Twitch is that I love the community. I've been in Twitch streams where people are like, "No, we don't talk about other streams."
That's not right, dude. They don't get Twitch then.
Shout out. There's no shout outs here. We don't. Nope, don't do that.
No.
I look at it the other way. It doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
Consuming on Twitch is done completely different. And in some days, I'm consuming your content. Other days, I'm over to a different channel. Some days, I've got 2 open. I'm pretty fancy. I can watch 2 streams. Oh, there's some water.
Oh, thank you, honey.
There's like 100.
Okay, now we can properly hydrate.
All right, here we go. Now we can hydrate. Ready? Because the giveaway is ready. We are ready to draw. Yes, hon?
There's like 100.
What, honey?
There's like 100.
All right, so
Oh, thank you.
how many people do we have in here after you drink?
148 tickets have been picked up. We've got 195 people watching right now. Thank you.
Okay, Bane ticket.
Oh,
Bane ticket.
it's already been it was closed when we
Oh,
mentioned
you
that we're
closed it
closing.
already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
good.
can't reopen it once it's closed.
Nope. Oh, I know how that works.
So
Okay, guys, this is pretty fantastic. Someone's gonna win. So someone in here, you have to be Chris. They have to be present to win, right?
yeah, they have to be present, and we give them about a minute or so to like ping back. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Hey, Scorpion Kingdom. All right. Well, here we go. So I'll do a countdown.
Okay.
All right, Jedi was waving to Loyal. Hi, Jedi.
Oh, that's what it was.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna draw in 5, 4, 3. Hydrate. What do you guys think of that? Take a drink. Drink it if you got it. Drawing and giving away things. You can't believe how
Yeah, I'm parched.
thirsty.
Yeah,
makes me, doesn't
I'm
it?
like suddenly I got really parched, like immediately.
Yeah, your mouth
like,
gets real dry,
instantaneously.
counting down and
Yeah.
getting ready to push the button. And
Oh,
all right, better. Okay,
It's
much
good
better.
squishy.
Okay, here we go.
yep. You counting it down and then I press the button, is that? You count it down and I'll press the button.
Yep, I'll count down. You
Okay.
push the button. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. In 5, 4, 3. Congrats to whoever wins. Watch the chat. Here it comes. Prussia Mini. 2, 1, go.
And Audra Murphy is the name that was selected. Audra Murphy.
Here it is. Audra Murphy. Congrats, Audra Murphy. Let's see it. Say something in chat.
Audra? Is Audra here?
Come
Audra
on.
Murphy. Probably, I don't know. I've seen that handle before. It's not a regular,
Murphy.
but Audra
Let's go.
Murphy.
You got to be present to win. Say something. Oh, there she is.
Where? Really? Where?
That's
Did you see it?
I'm here.
Where?
Yep.
How did I
There
not?
it is.
Oh
You
yeah,
did.
I see it. I see it. I see it. So
Hey,
now the next.
that is fantastic.
It is. My next question is, and you
Yep.
don't. Do you don't have to be specific? Do you live in the U.S. or Canada? Because
Yes or no?
this is. You don't have to say like I live in Michigan or wherever it happens to be. But like
Look at her. She's like, here I am. I'm right here.
in Texas. So the good news
Oh,
is
yeah.
you get the Prussia Mini Plus, and you also get a printed solid filament subscription box. So you get both, and so that's that. So you can get a hold of Loyal. for the mini plus. You can either whisper.
Is Sir Will here in chat still? Sir Will, I know that he was saying he had to go off.
Oh yeah.
With his wife is here. If he is here, Sir Will, if you could reach out to her, or she could reach out to Sir Will 3D right here in chat.
Okay.
He'll get your information and pass it to me.
Okay, so Sir Will 3D is legit. So that is so that
He's right there. Sir Will's there.
I haven't seen D Randolph here tonight, and maybe he was, and I missed him. But he'd be the person to loop back with Audra on the filament front. So that's awesome. And
Yeah,
Audra, I don't know Audra that well because I think he or she started following on a couple days ago. So I'm not sure how we even connected.
Sir Will have your contact information, and we can pass it along to David since he's not here.
Okay, great.
But so, Audra, tell us, do you have a 3D printer right now? Like that's interesting. I'd love to know that. Do you have one, or if you do, what do you have and what do you do?
Yeah, she said she just started following. I'm always curious to know, how did people find me? How did we discover each other? We also have another giveaway, U.S. and Canada only. I'm just going to draw from the same pool for the Liz's Canadian candy. I think this is a separate one, she said. Liz said I think she wanted it separate. Unless she's saying it's the same. Liz, let me know. Do you want a separate drawing for your Canadian candy, Liz, for U.S. or Canada?
I'm so happy. Congratulations, Audra. That's so fantastic. I do. I have a Crowley 3 V2. Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Tiny hats for my sea urchins and print things for my reef aquarium. That's fantastic.
Oh, well, whoa, cool.
You're going to have a Prusa Mini, and compared to that Creality 3, the Ender 3 V2, this will be a night and day experience for printing. You are going to love it.
So if you stream, I don't know if you stream on Twitch. I don't know if you tweet, right? I love when, because Dark Toiler did this the other day. They tweeted when they got the filament, and so I was able to retweet it. And then Printed Solid even retweeted too. So like when you get that stuff, feel free to share it in social, however you want to, because it's fun to say, look, these are real people and they really got these things.
I love it. I love seeing the filament when it arrives. My favorite thing is we do the giveaway. We've given thousands of those free gifts away, right? My favorite is when I see pictures of the children or the families holding them up or laid out on the table, and it's all the pictures and all the stencils and all the fun. Yep. That's the joy that I get out of it,
Okay, so Liz wants me to do another drawing from the same pool, correct? Audra doesn't get the Canadian candy. I'm just making sure I do this right, Liz. I'm doing another drawing in 5, 4, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I just got to make sure, because Liz is the one who's doing it, but I want to be clear that it's not the Canadian candy is not going to Audra.
Okay.
You'll definitely step out of your comfort zone and document it. Well, don't push yourself too far. Oh, it's a second prize. Okay, so thank you, Liz. That clarifies it. Second prize, same pool. Someone here, Liz says international, is going to get some Canadian candy, which is always awesome. I can promise you this.
Thank you, Audra.
Here we go. Canadian candy is going to Gamer260.
Oh,
if Gamer260 is here, because I think they said
Gamer260 was here. He actually said, "With my luck, I'll never win anything."
Well, but they had to step out to eat something, so that's ironic. They'd step out to eat something, but they're potentially getting something to eat if they respond. Boy, they're going to be kicking themselves eating things and not get there. Well, I can't do candy due to health issues. Okay, well, that is.
Wait, what? Did I? Oh, you saw the chat before I did.
Yeah, I saw the chat. So.
Okay, so what do we do?
I ask Gamer260, what would you like to do?
Okay, I got it. I have an idea. I will send him a spool of filament.
Well, that's cool, but Liz.
And then you can redraw if you want.
Well, Liz says we can work something out. So Gamer260 is going to get something where it's not involving candy.
Okay, that's fantastic.
And then Gamer260 says, go ahead and redraw for the candy. Liz, you say one more, so you're doing 2 packages. Is this correct? You're doing something for Gamer260 that's not candy, and you do want to do another one, so we're getting a third prize, effectively?
She's saying Filament is good, Loyal Moses. I will send Filament to Gamer260.
Okay, so...
And then they...
So Gamer260 is getting Filament, which you don't eat. and we're gonna
Don't eat it.
We're doing the Canadian candy giveaway here. Okay.
Yep.
So
So Gamer260 contact Sir Will 3D with your contact information.
And here is the officially, assuming the candy or snacks are okay. The next recipient or the third prize is going to Tulum.
Oh wow!
Tulum. Now I think
I said hi to Tulum earlier.
and I don't know how international Liz is, but like we got to know like what country you live in to whether or not Liz can ship there.
Canadian candy might not be allowed everywhere in the world.
Well, I mean, it's all about like customs and what have you. Tulum. Are you Canada, U.S.? Where are you based, Tulum?
Where are you at? Congrats, Tulum.
Oregon. Nice. Okay, Tulum. Pez Liz.
Is Oregon in the United States?
It's somewhere over here. The PNW.
Okay.
Tulum.
Fantastic. Congratulations. So that's awesome. So Audra won the mini.
Yeah. Gamer.
That's fantastic.
Got some filament.
Gamer260 gets a spool of filament. And Tulum wins some delicious
candy.
goodies.
It'll be good.
That's fantastic.
Dang. That's one.
Look at that.
That's crazy. All right, so marking the giveaway as complete. It is now complete. Ooh.
I'm stoked. That was awesome.
No, that was fun.
Made me thirsty though.
That was of course. Like I said, you get parched when you give stuff away. It's how it works.
Hi, Aveline. Aveline's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Aveline's in India.
I don't know if you've seen her art either. I keep trying to push her to stream and stream her painting, her art, because people would tune in.
Oh yes, they would.
Well, people tune into Bob Ross on Twitch, and that's obviously not live. So, just saying.
That's obviously not live.
Aveline could probably be more entertaining than Bob Ross. I know Chris is trying to get me to stream. I'm telling you.
They have fantastic things. So Set to Build, his wife, she does a stream where it's amazing. She uses like basically avatar animations that do her facial expressions. And so you just see her hand in her art and you don't see her face, and the animations are amazing. And so if people are uncomfortable streaming on Twitch looking at a camera, you don't even have to.
Yeah, you can do it 1,000 different ways.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And still interact.
RC Maniac, is Bob Ross not still alive?
Speaking of, what was the documentary on Netflix that was shocking about Bob Ross and his legacy? Like, it was not good. By the way,
no, I don't want to see that then.
Joel Telling is trolling us on Twitter, Loyal.
Who is?
Loyal, or Joel Telling.
Oh no. Is he?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's trolling
Joel,
us
what
hard.
did you do? What's he doing? Is he? What's he doing?
He's here. He's trolling us with candy corn, basically.
Oh, is he?
Finally have a new bag. I go through a bag a day.
Well, Joel and I like candy corn. Joel likes it.
Y'all. No.
I like candy corn.
Although the Brock's I can't do, unfortunately.
Is it not vegan?
No, I can't remember if it's got gelatin or like milk or something in it. Yeah. Dairy.
That's what I was going to ask. What's in it that makes it not vegan?
It was some ingredient, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, that kind of surprised me. And then I picked up another bag, and that didn't have it. The only one I was able to find that was vegan was the Jelly Belly. Jelly Belly makes a candy corn that's okay.
Yeah, I saw that was the brand that you were using, and I wondered why. Yeah, because Brock's is the most common.
Yeah,
so how did you find Jelly Belly?
Oh, I mean,
ordered it online? Or?
No, it was a store shelf. I'm like, okay, the candy corn. I'm like, oh, okay, well, does this work? Because it was like, I got it. Oh, come on, Krusty. Those are tomorrow's corns. Adding one more corn to tomorrow's pile to start off tomorrow's stream with. Oh my God.
It's made from people.
If only. No, I would go with Soylent Green over this. And I'm vegan. So
You 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 would do Soylent Green. I would do Soylent Green over candy corn.
oh my god. Oh. And then Mark H and NC sent me a little bag too, which I'm grateful for. Otherwise, I'd be completely out right now. This is literally I'd
So
opened my
that's
last
like-
bag tonight.
If you die of candy corn poisoning,
Oh my god.
that's attempted murder or murder. I don't know. Is it to have shipped you a bag of candy
my
corn
God.
and it turns out that's what does you in?
That would be so funny. I mean, it wouldn't be funny. I don't want that on my gravestone. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to. I want to go of natural causes. Like I just want to old age or whatever. I mean, like it's the worst thing is
You
just
don't want
to
to die of
yeah,
preservatives?
something silly, right? Like oh my god, no.
Uncertain.
Like the people, honestly, I mean, I feel bad, but like people have died trying to do selfies, like in these extreme situations, like off a cliff or whatever. Like they've fallen. Like it's no lie. I'm like,
I know,
dude.
there was some model that did that recently.
Well,
That's terrible.
there was
don't click on candy corn.
There was a model who actually posed. This is for real. Who posed over the open casket of her father. Like it was just bizarre. Like what people do. I'm like, that's a little gauche. I don't know if I'd go that
So you're
far.
saying don't do that on Twitch?
Yeah,
You're
I'm saying
that's-
don't. That's not a good idea. Although years ago, I had a domain like live.perillo.com, and
You don't
no,
have
seriously.
that now?
I do. It redirects. It redirects to the Twitch
Okay.
page. It's one of the
Okay,
reasons
cool.
why I teased it back in the day, really pre-social, and because I didn't know where it would go eventually. And I joked, I'm like, when I'm dead, I'm gonna be you'll be able to visit dead.perillo.com, and it'd be a live stream or a dead stream of something.
You have to set that up before you go.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Is like, well, how would it be? Like, am I going to be cremated? Do I want people to watch me decompose?
No. Okay. So not to go down that path, but my dad passed away. 9 years ago, and I took a picture of him and I put it up there. And you guys could go see my dad if you want to. I go and visit him whenever I want, but it's GaryMoses.com, and you can just go there and I can see and look at a picture of him but anyway, that's what we need to do is we need to get Chris Perillo, and you need to buy that domain for 100 years.
No, I have
And,
the domain, right?
But you need to set it up so that when you're gone,
Yeah.
people can go there and
Yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping that Jedi takes after a lot of it because I don't know who else to hand it off to.
So we got to set it up in a trust.
Right.
So all the
domain in a trust.
they can give bits to Chris and
Oh my god.
goes to a trust.
That would be. I don't know if that's against the Twitch terms of service.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if it's against the terms of service.
Like a camera. Like if you're cremated, it can be right there, camera pointed at it.
So, what did you think of Dune?
Oh, Dune. Okay, so it's hard sometimes in Twitch to get across everything. So you do when you're chatting,
Right.
So I kind of told you I kind of just in little short bits. I had heard a lot of negative, but like I said, it goes back to the tech thing. You don't have to hate it or love it. You know what I mean? You don't have to compare it, and if it's
Right.
not what you expect, so I didn't. I like the original, right? So what I tried to do is I tried to watch Dune for just what it was.
Right. Yeah.
Sitting on the couch with my wife and the kids were there, and should you just watch it? We had the big popcorn machine, so we made popcorn, and I tried to just watch it as it was, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I
enjoyed it. I like the darkness to it. The special effects were great. I enjoyed it. I actually kind of was sad it ended.
That's a different problem. I feel though the exact same way you do, and even with Star Wars, I feel like I have an expectation that I'm going to enjoy it, but I don't, hold myself to that. I just take it in for what it is, and that's I think it seems to be that seems to be difficult for some people. Like, I just want to did I enjoy it? Did I want to tune out? Did I zone out? Am I interested? Like, I couldn't, Tenet was one movie that, people were, all about, and I'm like, I couldn't get through it. I'm like, I got 3/4 of the way through, and I'm like, I'm not invested in this story. I'm not invested in the characters. I'm not interested.
Wow.
And I bailed. Like Squid Game, I only watched because it kept popping up. I usually watch things when they pop up in my feed over and over and over and over again, not by marketing, but by people who, like, my peers, right? People who are watching it, and then I see references, and I'm like, okay, I got to know what's going on. And so, Squid Game, I enjoyed. It was a little gory, but I thought it was
That's what I've heard.
really well
I haven't
done.
watched it because of the violence. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into. I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess it is kind of violent. It's just more. There's depth to it. It's not gore for gore's sake. I get squeamish. Let me put it this way: if I'm watching I don't know if I'm the only person who does this, but like, what was I watching last night? I was watching the latest episode of Foundation or something, and anytime someone like trips and falls or like scrapes their knee, I feel it, and I tingle, like like it's like me experiencing the pain, like I live it. It's really weird. So like when I watch gore, I don't get the same feeling, obviously, but like I get squeamish, and I feel, I kind of immerse myself. So it's why I avoid it. But that said, despite that, I feel Squid Game, if you can look past that, it was worth the watch. It was pretty well done. It wasn't it wasn't egregious. It wasn't horror gore. It was, yes, violent, but it was more of a statement. There were things that were just there were so many human elements that were involved that I became immersed or invested pretty early on and wanted to see where it was going to go. So it was like, there's certain movies that I'll watch and I'm not connected and I'm not interested, but I have no expectations. And likewise, going into something knowing, well, other people are enjoying it, I would like to know why they enjoy it to see if I enjoy it. And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But I'm much like you with Dune, like I go into it with no expectations at all.
Yeah, so that's what I tried to, but I actually enjoyed it. Like, matter of fact, I thought I want to sit down and watch it again. Tenet, I started watching it, and then but I didn't expect the story to be that way, so I had to stop it,
right?
Because I was not paying attention. I went, hold on, we're starting this whole thing over again, and I'm like, everyone, leave me alone. My wife and I are laying in bed watching it. Like kids, go find something to do, because I'm gonna focus on this and watch it. And I really liked it. Trying to think of something else. I like who makes Tenet? What's his name?
I'm not sure.
He did the Batman ones.
Nolan?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan. So yeah, no, I like most of Christopher Nolan's stuff. Fantastic way that he tells stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Interstellar, I thought was interesting, except for the blubbering with McConaughey at the end ruined that for me. But I thought the story was good.
I like the Batman that he did, but like, I can't consider myself a fan. Another one that I got into, the morning show. If you have Apple TV and loyal, you have to have Apple TV. Apple TV is a must.
Of course, we have like 10 of them.
No, I mean, like,
I can open this drawer right here and I have like eight Apple TVs.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Apple TV Plus, the subscription service.
Oh, yes, of course.
Because the morning show is great, and the latest episode, I'm like, did it really just end that way? I'm like, oh my god, like it's good. Like I don't have a genre, I
have not seen it.
It's good. Morning show is worth starting, in my humble opinion. Good. I mean, I don't know where it's gonna go, but I've been enjoying it, but for different reasons than I enjoyed Dune. But you mentioned, you thought it could have kept going. My feeling is that Dune would have been better off as a live action TV series because you got to that point where it's like, okay, I'm ready for the next episode. Now you got to wait 2 years? Like,
so yeah, I kind of agree. I think, well, because like my wife loves Dune. My wife is a Dune fanatic.
Oh, and
she, I like Dune. She loves Dune, and so she's kind of like, she's like, it's a book series. It's like,
yeah, how
do you put that into a movie that's 2.5 hours long? And she's like, my wife was like, it would have been great as a series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like I feel like streaming has spoiled me. Like, I want everything to be a series. Like Gaming for Her, who's another person I got to get on the show. Alice in Borderland has also been recommended. I think it's more in the same vein as Squid Game. So I'm not sure. I can't make the recommendation. I know Krusty, I think, has also recommended Alice in Borderland to me. So that's another one that I've got to start up too soon.
Alice in Borderland, I haven't seen it. Hey, can we do something real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, so gaming for her. I know him from Twitter and Twitch, but not too well, of course. But just I mean, he's a wonderful person. He's always jumping into our streams and chatting, and super friendly and super nice.
Here
and
too sometimes.
He has a Twitch stream here where he plays games. See his name, Gaming for Her. He lost his daughter, I believe, earlier this year to cancer, which is something that's absolutely horrific, and I can't even imagine. But he wants to game on Twitch in order to support charities for Children's Hospital. And he's shy. I think last time I checked, he was at like 38 followers, and you need 50 of them to be affiliate. Get there. And so if there's people in chat that like watching video games, last time he was playing, I think it was Call of Duty. But if you wouldn't mind, you can reach over there. And like I said, follows are free. And if you could click on him and follow him and help him get to that goal so he can work on his streaming for charity.
There's the shout out.
That's a wonderful thing. So thanks, Chris.
Yeah. It's no problem whatsoever.
Ian Douglas, shopbmr.com has a up at the top in the menu. There's a link up there to look at the community print drive, and then about 3/4 of the way down that page, there's a link to some of the STLs. It'll take you to a page on how to print those. Go ahead. Sorry.
Do you know? I'm sorry, I played something in the background. Zachary 3D Prints.
Yep, Zachary. He's been a YouTube guy, and I've known him since we started. Matter of fact, I gave him a Prusa Mini.
Oh, okay, because he's streaming live on Twitch, and I figured we could raid, but I don't know. Is he interacting? Is he actually?
He's in Holland.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he'd be a Sunday morning. So I don't know if he's Is he there? Do you see him?
I don't know. You there? I don't want to ruin the surprise, but like he was a blind Via, who's also a member of Locker Gnome Streams team. It looks like chat was interacting, but I can't tell timestamps, and no one. He's out of his chair right now.
Oh.
So I was like, because I'm like, as soon as he comes back in the chair, I think that would be a pretty fun raid target.
Sticks him, dude. The plane is perfect.
Oh yeah, the plane that you're showing.
Yeah, let me get this one.
Yeah.
He has an updated one, but I'm telling you, these things are absolutely fantastic. What we were talking about, what little kid wouldn't want to get a plane? And he designed basically like a crop duster. That because we're going with the farm and ag theme,
Right. Which see, I grew up around farms, so it was never. I was like. I mean, we had maybe I knew a farm things, but like, I grew up on a farm. Well, not on a farm, but like when you're from Iowa, everyone always assumes like, oh, I didn't know you're from Iowa. Yeah, Midwest. Definite Midwest.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's pretty neat. So one thing I enjoy is that these prints and the things that we print, we're sending them all over the world. What I really enjoy is the different cultures that get them. Mm-hmm. Right. So we have trucks and tractors, and everything is Western to them, and they look at it and they're like, this is amazing to have toys or trinkets or things that come from America. They're like, this is incredible.
Right.
Their things aren't designed this way. And so it's a neat thing for people to get that, and I really look forward to that. And so that's actually going to start this weekend. So we're going to have the website finished up. The STLs will be there. We're going to have the shipping address to get that back to us. All of that stuff will be ready so that basically the second that Halloween is over, everyone can begin printing for our Christmas community print drive.
And send farm equipment everywhere.
We can send small, tiny farm equipment all over the galaxy.
So Dews says Iowa boys unite, and then of course everyone else, like Corey's asking what part of Iowa, Central Iowa, and then it looks like Zenbender says he grew up in Cedar Rapids. It's like Iowa's chief export is people. So seriously. East side, I grew up in Altoona, so it was like a suburb of Des Moines, Central Iowa, the cross section.
Like how many people?
How many people?
Yeah, in your town.
I'm not even sure. I mean, it's still a relatively small town by comparison. You do tech at SEP? No way! That was my high school. My high school. Deuce does tech at my high school. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It is for real. Look at that. Oh my God. Small
What a
world.
small world.
That's
No way.
hilarious, dude. Yes. Oh no way. I took a basic programming class in that building back in the
That is
day,
so
back
cool.
in the 80s. Back in the 1980s. That's now just a
hey,
memory.
Dude, go to the yearbooks. Go to the library.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Dig to the yearbooks. Find Chris.
find the locker I lived in. That's right. It's I don't know. Oh, year?
That is so bad. That's
91.
awesome.
1991. I graduated 91. So, yeah, it was a long time ago.
What a small world.
That
How
is
crazy
hilarious. Watch the Twitters. Oh my God.
is that?
Oh no.
Oh, that's excellent.
That's hilarious. I had no idea. That is very what a small world.
It is. Yep.
It's an amazingly small world.
Hey, thanks, Maker Viking. Thanks for coming and thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Maker Viking. Hope to see you again soon. So I was looking for a raid target.
Yep.
And I'm not sure. Zachary's like out of town, out of the seat. Gaming for her.
Let's see. I don't have a big enough circle of people on Twitch that I've found, so I imagine you have a huge one.
So
is there someone else in the maker and crafting?
That's what I was wondering, but because I don't want to raid Zachary if he's not there.
Oh no, you don't want to do that.
Not, and I asked if he's there, and it's been minutes, so I don't know if he's OOO or what. But gaming for her, since you brought him up, is streaming right now. So what do you say we raid gaming for her?
We could do that, but here's the thing: if we raid gaming for her, you guys, like I gave the little pitch a little bit earlier. Do me a favor. He only needs a few more to get to 50, and
so we're gonna help.
We're gonna help
for him. Yeah, we're gonna help. Okay.
Yeah, and I think I don't know how many people are watching, but I have a feeling that chat's going enough. We could send him over that.
Yeah, we can easily do that. Okay.
And how awesome would that be that he can now begin to stream in for charity?
In affiliate
That's very cool.
Stuff. Okay.
I'll be a part of that.
So give him a follow. Help get him over to affiliate. He's got a good foundation and a good reason to stream. Loyal, thank you again for the giveaway. Thank you for spending your time. You're all that you've done for me, for the community. Always good, always fun. Thank you for sticking with me for the whole time.
Oh no, thank you for having me. I had a great time. We have to do this again.
Oh, I know we need to do this again. Like I have to get better at, because I'm trying to do things. I get into a groove, and I like doing things that get me out of the groove, because otherwise it's just the same thing over and over and over again. So, very happy, very glad that you were able to. I kind of asked if you'd do it. You said yes, and so I'm happy you were able to do it. And we've made a few people happy tonight.
No, I'm excited. I'm glad. I had a good time, and like I said, we should do it again. There's lots of entertainment factor here for me and you, and.
So now
and we can chat tech stuff.
Yeah, but now we've got Loyal on the line. Now we've got, now he said he wants to do it again. So there we go. And of course, Loyal's giving away a lot of stuff, as well as time and attention in his own streams. Give Loyal a follow if you have not already. We've rated him a few times. We'll rate him again. Shout out again to Loyal. I think Krusty's still there. I've got the raid stage to go, so I can't press off.
Yep.
What else do I need to say? Oh yeah, get your Perillo Raider emotes ready.
Yes, attack with the
go in hardcore
emotes.
So Groggy Nod may be suggesting that gaming for her may have a mature audience level. I don't know. I have not followed. I usually don't follow a lot of gamers here on Twitch. I know it's weird. Twitch, I don't follow gamers. It's kind of odd.
I mean, yeah, hopefully not, but be aware of that. Maybe you have to turn your audio down just in case.
And someone, by the way, someone jumped in as a first-time chatter, like out of the blue, and I can't remember what. Oh, gaming for her made it to 55 followers now. So just talking about rating has pushed him over, which is amazing.
I checked earlier today, and he was
awesome.
not. He was in the 30s.
Oh, we're gonna blow this out of the water with the raid then. But whoever asked me very briefly, iPhone 13 Pro Max versus the Pixel 6, I'd probably go with the Pixel 6 over the iPhone, even though they're both not really my kind of devices. If you were to put me on the spot, Loyal would probably have a completely different answer though. But there's your answer. I'm not exactly sure if you're still watching or listening, but it was a weird, out of the blue kind of message. And with that, I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And may the force be with you always. And we're going to be Tuscan rating Gaming for Her, who's just apparently made affiliate. And yes, Loyal, you going to count us down? Or are you just waving? Okay. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I just want to make sure I got it right. All right. We're going to be Tuscan rating. And thanks again, Loyal.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Tuscan rating. Another streamer who is just participating tonight in this channel. Gaming for Her. Tuscan rating. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. No. Sorry. That was a false countdown. or is it? Okay, wait. Now it isn't. Okay, here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think it worked. I don't know if it worked. Did it work? It worked. Okay. Sometimes the raid, the raid interface.
That was 100 people.
Yeah.
You just sent 100 people over
About
there.
100 people. Oh yeah, he got rated. He got rated hardcore. Okay, I'm gonna turn up the volume here.
He was in the 30s. Earlier.
Wow. 35. Yeah, so he's at 54 now.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Where's the other team?
Oh, he's playing with people online.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now he's at 70. He's got about 70 some odd people watching.
That's awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah. He's getting new followers. He's getting a boost.
Oh yeah, look at the follow. Wow,
Yeah.
look at the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow.
Hi everyone.
That's neat. I love that because that's that everyone gets to be a part of that because now he wants to see his daughter.
The affiliate
Oh man,
journey.
I read his story,
Dude,
about his daughter. Oh my gosh.
that's
You know
a
what he told me?
nightmare that I can't even.
At Christmas last year, before Christmas or after Christmas, I helped Joel Telling with a couple $1,000 for Children's Hospital to meet his goal.
Yeah.
You know the Bender, the radio? Bender on the radio over there in Seattle, they do their Children's Hospital charity thing.
I guess not.
Okay, so Joel had his team set up to help with that, and so I jumped into Joel's team and I sent out a newsletter to one of my businesses inviting people to come and help, and we got several $1,000s and met Joel's goal, and and it was awesome. Well, his story, he comes later and tells me that in January his daughter is dying of cancer in the hospital, his little girl, and he said the money that you raised went to the fund that I was drawing out of for my daughter. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I don't want to imagine. Ooh. I really don't. I can't. Like, that's like one of those things that Diana sometimes goes down the rabbit hole and she's reading about this, that, and everything. I'm like, honey, you can't save the world. Like, you just can't. You can't invest your energy in something because it's just gonna, it'll drain you. And so I don't desensitize to it, but it's like, I can't even begin to process. I mean, you know what it's like to be a dad, right? You can't. How do you process that? How do you come back from that? I just don't want to imagine.
And I just hope that I never experience that because that's
Yep.
And so to help him, and he wants to game and do that for Children's Hospital or for his children's charity. I'm like, that's fantastic. So